Hello and good evening to everyone. Welcome. This is the week one highlights cast for Hex Cup IV. I'm joined here with my co-caster Googie.
Really a mistake to bring me here, but thank you.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We've got Gent hosting for us kindly tonight. We're gonna go through all the highlight matches that we have for week one. All matches have been played, and there are definitely some spicy games to have a look at. So if you have a look at the teams quickly. Um, Obviously there was a drafting stream last week or so, um, but we have our team names and logos as well, which we need to have a look at because to be perfectly honest, I think these logos are absolutely amazing. Yeah, the Fire Nation, who is captained by Firelord Ethan, with an amazing logo done by Catnip. We have the Hexene Effect, Captain Assassin Effect, and logo I think done by either Gent or Blood Red Yeti. Someone in the comments in the chat, please correct me if I'm wrong.
A combination
Um,
of both
Only
of
Jen
us.
was here to tell us.
a
Okay.
combination of both. Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
it was both Gent and Blood Red Yeti, and then we have Opimon and One Hopping Bunny has done this amazing logo for them. Um, I just think they're amazing. I just wanted to do show them on stream because a lot of effort has gone into them, and I think they are cool. Okay,
All right,
so
which
we
one's the
have
best one?
the best
You have
one.
to tell us.
I have to pick the best one.
You have to pick the
I
best
I,
one.
I I would be telling, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you have to tell us the best one. That's the rule.
God, set the tone.
Come
I, I,
on, choose your favorite child, Rolf.
I don't
Mine's
have a
just these.
favorite. They're all great. Anyway, um, so we have our tile map for week one. We have, I think, 21 games in total. Each team playing 14. You'll notice that on each tile there is a venue. The way a match works in Hex Cup is this venue is triple essentially, so each player plays 3 spy games or 3 sniper games on that venue, and then the home team for that venue or that tile will then pick a single venue, and the away team will pick a single venue, and the home team will pick a single venue. After that, the way that the home and away things work is like the tile map is sort of split into thirds, so Philod Ethan's team, or the Fire Nation, is in the top left, Hexen Effect in the top right, Openmont at the bottom, and the tiles in that area are that home team's tiles. Um, but so yeah, so a draft would be essentially tripled. For example, A1 will be tripled gallery, and then home single, away single, home single. You'll also notice that some tiles have either consonant or vowel on them. That's because the um, additional mechanic to this Hex Cup is based on haikus and hangman. So in week 0 of this tournament, each team created a SpyParty themed haiku, which all the other teams will have to essentially guess. And the way that they guess is by winning tiles with letters on them. So, for example, if a team won the tile A1, they'll be able to guess a consonant, which will be filled in the hangman of all the other teams' haikus, and you get points at the end of the tournament based on how well you solve the haikus. Obviously, for the casting uh, purposes, and so teams don't see how well they're doing, we won't be showing any progress on that. But that is how that works. I think I've explained everything that I need to explain. We've got lots of matches to go through, so I think we'll start, shall we?
Yeah, but first you have to tell me what your favorite logo is.
My favorite logo is either the Fire Nations, Hexian Effects, or Openmons. I can't. It's very hard to
Okay,
say.
I guess we could start.
That's true. My favorite logo is the Revolution logo from Hex Cup 1. There we go.
That's
Sorted.
true, actually. I'm with that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a world class logo. I can't remember who did it. Yosh did it. Did Yosh do it? I don't know. Either way, it was very good. And definitely no bias there whatsoever. Anyway, first match we have on tile D1, which is going to be Hyper against Roxo. Um, it's going to be the first game is on Ballroom, which is not the tile with the tile venue. This is later on in the set. Score is already 7-1 to Hyper, which is Hyper is one of our new players. It is definitely taking the comp scene a bit by storm, I think. obviously Roxo is a very strong player in their own right. So already up 7-1, and this is our first match of the stream. Already
Wonder who's
to
gonna win this match because
it's
neither team
the,
has enough points yet.
the
Totally.
actual result of the match is already done. Obviously, you can see, but the actual highlight matches, I think the best matches at this set were in the later stages. So should we get on with it?
Yep. Let's go.
All right, we have Hyper as Seek in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Oh, look at that seduction target. I'm sure Rav likes that one.
I do approve.
Yeah.
It's just a shame that the green arrow isn't on Duke, just the ST. But can't complain. Just idling so far in conversation. A few Satches goers as well. Um,
It looked
Fairly
like
slow start.
Hypixter wanted to go for flirt, but obviously with the seduction target at side statues, they'd be going immediately to probably center statues. So I get not
Yeah.
wanting to do that. But Purloining, he's all four.
Okay.
They're all four.
So interesting. So we ignored the flirt, but just green pearl and then go straight to set of statues anyway. So this might be a rush potentially.
I mean, I can see that. I think it's going to be hard to pinpoint Sika's being in the Purloin chain if it wasn't being paid attention, considering they're already at center statues. But we'll see. Oh, there is a swap.
Oh, this is a rush. This is already gone. So
And
we
the
wish we'd
bread.
camped on already. It's just a case of does Roxo catch this swap? I think going back to statues to try and fake it out that we're swapping here instead to take the attention over. I love this play.
Hex, who is out for BB, is going to swap it. So if it's seen, then it should be clear who's the spy. But they're not looking at that statue.
Yeah, we know it's just not really late, but because we diverted the sniper's attention to ourselves over the back statues, we don't see the swap in time, and I absolutely love that spy game. It's a fantastic game from
Oh,
Hyper.
absolutely. Yeah. Love me a good rush.
Really well played, yeah, and that um, extends their lead in that set to 8-1, I think, at the time, which is crazy. Um, I think
So Hypixter's winning by a little bit, I think.
a little bit,
A
yeah.
little bit.
um, yeah, so really nice play, and the second one we have is immediately after. So the score is not 7-2, it's 8-1. That's my bad. Sorry, Jen. um, and we
How
have
dare you?
well done me. We have Roxo as Rocker again on ballroom in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
So Roxa's clearly going to have to try to beat Hypixter's time, which is, I don't actually know off the top of my head, but pretty fast.
It was pretty quick, yeah. Although we do get low lit.
We do get low lit for a reason that I am sure is intentional, maybe.
Maybe we wanted a little like Damon and missed. Either way, I don't think it's going to matter for the set because it's already 8-1 to Hyper, but this is always the frustrating way to lose a sniper game. Oh, no, we are just taking low lights. Interesting.
Yeah, we're taking some lowlights. I think this is there a Phantom Time ad maybe?
Possibly?
I don't
I feel like,
suspect it would be this early, but it's probably just behavioral lowlights of some sort.
yeah. We did start in an innocent conversation, so it could be because of that. Either way, no progress other than a bit of float so far.
I'm sure Roxo completely knows they're low lit because obviously they've done so much to do the work to do that. So they can really take advantage of it.
And the bread.
Take the contact and they bug out of conversation, which I like. As a
Yeah,
low
that's a
light,
really nice
I
bug.
like it more, but I like it anyway. It's a good bug as well.
Yeah, even if not a low light, I think that's pretty much invisible to the sniper camera at that point.
Yeah, for sure. Like if you catch the path, maybe it's just a credit, but it was very well timed from Roxo.
Oh, I mean, if you catch the path, especially directly out of contact, then yeah, you're definitely crediting that. But especially considering it happened after contact, it's not going to be something you're going to look for a lot of the time. So.
Yep. Just chilling for now. Got 1 minute 30 left. I would think the path to victory is probably a final flirt and center statues, but we'll see If that gets messed up in any way, obviously it does depend on what the SE does. We could go for Prince potentially as well with the Brigadiers next to us.
I mean, at this point, I think finishing missions were gonna be fine. Roxo obviously doesn't know that, but it does look like we're going for fingerprints, which is always a good plan in this situation. And
Yep,
Amber's leaving another print on the statue right there. So
definitely got an avenue to finish. We'll hopefully go and get our final flirt of green here. But looks like a simple game, but you never know what the party can do to you. Sometimes you can get unlucky and the DA is not in, or the SC just becomes unflirtable. Bit low on time now.
it'd be a real shame if they were low lit in the first like 2 seconds and then they time out, which has definitely happened to me many times before.
Right, purloining. Have we got a quick look on the list? We don't see the fade, but not sure Hyper can see it's gone on yet. But we going for the final flirt.
Was the Perline even being noticed? I don't
I think it has
see
now.
it.
Shot onto Salmon. Not sure if Salmon was in the chain, but I think when you notice the purloin gone and you're not sure who's on it, shooting the person who is doing sender statues at 20 seconds left is a reasonable shot. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's fair. It's a fair shot.
Part of me thinks that the Perlin wasn't even noticed and it was just, oh yeah, let me shoot the guy in center statues because I have no idea.
Yeah, it's definitely fair as well. No real riding on that game, but it's a bit unfortunate that Hyper took the low light early on, which I think if you weren't low lit, maybe that purloin is more suspicious. But either way, good game from Rocto, good bug, and making it 8-2. The final score in that match, I believe, was 9-3 to Hyper. So fantastic start for the Fire Nation, taking down that first tile.
Mhm. Which obviously is the best team, as we all know. So very happy to see them start off with a win.
Do you know what? I have
Uh,
no idea what Team Cookie is on, guys. I have no idea.
I don't know either. I feel like I'm on the whatever hexatine effects theme is. Is that just like science? I don't get it.
I think you may be on the revolution, my guy.
Oh yeah, I'm on the revolution.
There we go.
Uh,
We'll always circle back to Hex Cup 1, of course. All right. Anyway, game two, we have Tile M2, which the tile venue is Pub. This match is between Lavanuk and Aragoria. Aragoria, fairly new player to the comp scene. First tournament was in, I think, recently, just in Penguin Pool. Lavanuk, fairly seasoned at this point. And we have the first game of the match as our first highlight matches. So the current score is 0-0, 0-0. We have, I believe it's the game loads. We have Aragorn aspiring as Duke. Already fan favorite of mine. Anyway, are you ready? Three,
yeah,
two,
of course.
one, playing it.
I hate that you've mentioned that Lavanuk is not a new player because I can distinctly remember when Lavanuk joined, and it makes me feel old. I
I feel
keep
like,
forgetting that I've played this game for so many years.
yeah. It's definitely obviously we've got quite a lot of new players coming through, which is great. But and we've also got a lot of season players that you wouldn't expect. Um,
How
based on
long
the
has Aragorn
time
been
flies, time
around?
flies.
Like a few months, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. I
Okay.
think that their gameplay from what I've seen so far is very good for their game count. So I'm excited to see how they
Oh,
play.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, all the new players that I've seen that are on my team are very good. I don't know about the other teams, but uh, our team's
Shots
the
fired
best, so
immediately.
all of our players. Which, of
Anyway, we
course,
have.
our team is the Revolution.
There we go. Yeah. We have 23% flirt. Obviously, pub is a venue with very little time in this setup, but with all missions available, so we're a bit behind the curve. But we're going to take a delegate pull on here, maybe try and get a civ shot potentially.
I mean, Pub's gone through a lot of iterations, but I do think this one is one of them. I still don't know how much I like it, but
It's one of the
it's certainly
venues of
one
all
of the more
time for
interesting.
sure.
Yeah, it's certainly one of the more interesting ones. I think like talking about theory on this one is more interesting than actually playing it a lot of the time. But
Yep. Yep.
it's
The theory is just have loads of plans and then you try and frame someone who's low lit for bad thing usually, but the venue just needs a bookcase and some more doors. But either way, we have 20% flirt still, but hopefully going to send potentially Smallman here or not.
I
As
mean,
he
we
leaves the
joined this
competition.
conversation when Wheels was in, and then Wheels left as we were coming in. So clearly, it's looking like a rough time here. I assume we're gonna have to start doing missions now if we want to do anything.
Labanuk shaking their camera on snipers. They're not happy with someone.
Well, that's probably good news for Aragoria because I can tell you it's probably not them, given the fact that they've done basically nothing to little fault of their own.
White
And
test,
the end of
banana
red.
bread, and a shot on Wheels. What did Wheels do?
Enough, I guess.
He
Did he have
have
Prince?
he had a fingerprint on the briefcase. Some flirting, and then some more flirting. Then a drink print, and then
Oh.
joins the DA at the end of the game, and the fake contact frames him brilliantly. So that's a reasonable shot, I think.
Oh yeah, I mean, if he has Prince done and is in real contact, that makes sense.
And the end of
Very,
red.
yeah, excellent timing on that fake. I don't know for sure, based on the camera, if Aragori was targeting Wheels as a frame there, but if they were, props, because it was a very good one.
Oh
Alrighty,
yeah.
so Aragoria up 1-0, and this next game we have Aragoria again spying on Pub. The score in this one at the time being 4-0 to Aragoria, so they've had an amazing start to this match. They are spying as
Seek.
my game low Seek in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yet again, the Fire Nations team is winning. That's so crazy. I don't know who's happy about that, but it's certainly me. Um,
A very good start for your team for sure, yeah. Again, bit of a slow start. I see it's Sachi, so that could be a potential frame target for later. But instead, we go in for a briefcase.
yeah, Prince on a low time venue like this is going to be hard to accomplish. I don't think we're supposed to actually be bringing this briefcase over, considering Amba's directly behind a wall. But
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. But I don't think it's the
yeah,
sort of thing that Labanuk potentially watches. I think Labanuk's more of a bit of a behavioural player, so I'm not sure they know that's illegal. But either way, I don't think we've got much suspicion from it other than just a fingerprint credit. But yeah, as you said, doing prints on a low time venue like Pub, you need to get a move on with Flirt if you want to get into Mission Wing Countdown.
I mean, honestly, on a low, on this sort of pub, you need to get start on Flirt immediately, regardless. Like, we're already down to a minute and a half, and with no Flirt, I'm assuming we're gonna get one right here, but it's gonna be. Oh, it is gonna be 51%. So
Yeah, a
it's
green
still
test is
possible.
big there. Yeah, yeah, very important to get the green test. 1 minute 20 left. We've got a fingerprint, a second Flirt, hopefully if it's green, and a third mission to go and find. So gonna be tough, but we'll see how it goes. Choosing to time a Flirt.
There are quite a lot of statue goers, which obviously on a 3x is very dangerous for the sniper. So I don't hate that we're playing this a little bit slowly. There is going to be a print on the bar, which will be difficult likely if we head over now, but could be a possible print finish.
Yep. Then we've also got the potential frame onto Saru's getting a print as well for Perlo maybe, and also obviously our SC has statues, so given our SC contact is potential out as well. But we do it the white test for 85, which is not great.
Yeah, we're going to need to do one more flirt. We have no missions done with 30 seconds left, but we have lots of progress, and it looks like we're also going to be going to statues.
Ooh, fingerprintable. This could get a shot if we have the credit. Labbit doesn't like it, he's thinking of shooting lots of safety offs. In that second,
I was gonna say
that final
swap,
flirt.
but I don't think that would have been a good idea now.
Fast talk. Overtime will
Banana bread.
come off. Fake contact to distract, and a good shot from Labanuk onto the spy in overtime.
Wow. I was gonna
Good
say
shot.
with that contact, it's gonna look like the overtime is a contact overtime, and we're not in a real conversation. But
Yeah.
Laminate
Yeah.
either didn't notice or was committed to shooting that anyway.
I think
I'm not
it's
sure if it
sort
was
of.
a good or bad thing. So
I
we'll
think the
see.
contact is good. I think the contact is good. It's just it comes too close to the beeps. Like if that contact comes like 5 seconds prior, there's more time for the sniper to think, okay, this might be a contact finish. But because we just end the conversation and
Banana
talked,
bread.
it looks like a flirt finish as well. Either way, I think well played from Aragoria and a good shot from Lebanuk to get one on the board. So 1-4 after that. The sets ending in a victory for Aragoria, also 9-3. So that's 2 wins on the board for Fire Nation after a fire start. If you
Oh, I get
pardon
it
the
because
pun.
the team's a fire theme. That yeah, it's
Yes.
so funny, Rob.
Yeah, it's
You're
hilarious.
hilarious.
Thanks. Thank you. I appreciate. Anyway, whatever. We have game 3. We have Byaxin against Bryce on triple venue aquarium. And we have Byaxin spying as Tex on aquarium. At the time, it was 2-0 to Byaxin, so a good start for them. Should we get on with it? You ready?
Yeah, of course.
It's Byaxin spying as Tex in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Speaking
This
of
is
new
go on.
players who I know have been doing really good, Bryce is absolutely one of them.
Oh, I was also going to say some of that as well, but that
Banana
we have to
bread.
comment on the start, the cough, and Byaxin takes some lowlights and an early contact as well.
I mean,
Interesting start.
I do like the contact. I don't know how I feel about the cough, which was definitely not intentional. But
Yeah, so we start off this game with essentially 6 free lowlights, but at least we're not dead. We do a nice little briefcase redirect off that and get a flip for 51%. So good start to the game. Minus the cough, got some good progress. As I was also going to say as well, I think both these players, Baxin is a returning player, taking a bit of a break, but both these players played in Penguin Pool. Bryce is also a new player in that tournament. Both have impressed me a lot as well since they come back. They've both been playing a lot and playing some good SpyParty. I haven't had the chance to play Bryce yet, but I've been playing Baxin a little bit in casuals, and they're definitely their spy is tricky. It's definitely got tricky spy. So
I mean, I played Bryce, which will definitely be casted in about like four-ish games, 3 games. I just checked, and I mean he played pretty well. So yeah, I think he's definitely one of the new players who's very good. And Biaxon, I mean, he is returning, but like he also didn't play too much before he left, really. So he's kind of like a semi-new player in a way, I think. Unless I'm thinking of the totally wrong person.
no, you're talking to the right person. Yeah, for sure.
So
We
it's
go for 2
still
bugs.
a
Oh,
new player, but again, uh, 2 bugs, both failed. Classic.
and a third attempted, but we're gonna
Banana bread.
contact instead because of action priorities. Knocks out a few more people. We're not highly though, and the bugs are missed, so we're doing okay.
Input passes again, and we're not even trying this time, which fair. Given the fact that the last 3 have all failed. We are gonna have to do something though, because we have
Spit
content
shark
from
now.
wins deduced.
Fourth
Now
time's
that's
a charm. As we get a bug at the 4th attempt. That's also a very nice bug as well because it's behind the middle shark, so well timed.
yeah, even a second earlier, and you can probably see it. I mean, it's behind Damba. I think it would have been a good bug even without being behind the shark, but super well timed bug regardless.
Alright, so
And I'm
we're going to
assuming
finish
we're
with
gonna
Purloin.
delegate here.
Yeah, likely, yeah. And in a conversation full of lowlights minus Disney. Who's it go to? Oh, twin leaves. So it will be Disney, I think. If we do send it now. Yep. Send behind shark, so we got the animation. It's also nicely timed. do
We
get highlight.
are Highlight, maybe for the Delegate, which I assume if that is the case, then we're going to get shot, and we are.
Excellent shot. Excellent shot from
Yeah.
Bryce, tracking the Pearl line very well. Not sure if the bug was credited, but either way, if it was, good stuff. So we
Can't believe he lost with the best spy. Terrible.
Yeah, that's debatable. Good game from Bryce getting on the board. So 2-1 after that, as we go into our second highlight match our second highlight game from this match, which is Byaxian Spy on High Rise as general. The scores at this point is 5-5, so only 2 venues to play, all tied up. So this is a pretty important one for the outcome of this match. We have Byaxian Spy as general. You ready?
Yeah, of course.
In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Do we bug? No.
General, of course, really good spy. Unlike Tex, who is the best,
Mhm.
as we all know. Yeah.
Amber takes a drink off the bat so we can get a print here potentially.
I
Early
mean, we
prints.
requested. I'm assuming that's the plan here.
Yep. Nice little
Is
fingerprint.
Hyros 4 of 8?
It is. This tournament,
Oh.
usually it's 3 of X, or at least recently it's been 3 of 7, but I thought, it hasn't been given a lot of love in the past. High race 4 of 8, which I think is a pretty good setup. But personally, if you have enough guests and enough time, definitely just change the dynamic of the venue from it being focused on who's finishing with statues and who has contacts and center statues to open up the other missions as potential viability. That makes any sense?
It truly tells you
Uh,
how much I've been paying attention because I just learned this about 2 seconds ago.
Goldie confirmed has not played High Rise in this tournament yet.
Nope, not yet. Spoilers for my match. Ooh. Well, I'll be banning High Rise from now on, I suppose.
Oh, I'm looking in the chat as well. They're all saying that High Rise 4 is terrible, and to that I say, shrug.
I think it goes with that pub where it's more good in theory, but in practice it's just not. There's too
Banana bread.
much iffiness on it to be truly great.
Fair enough.
But
Either
honestly, it's
way,
just High Rise in general, so.
we have a fake contact, which is meant to be a real contact, but the double agent left us rudely. So we have 61% flirt and a fingerprint, but not much progress other than that, and a few other lowlights for the contact, which is a bit unfortunate. But yes, he does join us back, and we get it finished up with a green. So we've got a platform to finish on with the prints. Let's see how Axin with it.
I mean, the DA clearly left because you said that Tex wasn't a good spy, so. Um, you should probably apologize.
Axin, are you apologising?
I mean, we only have a minute and a half left and just Seduce in a print. So we do have to get to moving, and BXN agrees. I think this book is printable, if I remember correctly.
Yep. Fingerprint's done. Could do a transfer here, but it's potentially more likely that Bryce has memorised us at this bookcase, given it's got a print on it. Amber's sides up to us. We go for a standing bog of the bookcase, and it's missed because we're rotating and we're guarding it from Sari, so that is, I think, clean.
I mean, I was about to say that I think microfilm is super underrated, but I guess I'm wrong, and it's actually Bug. The most underrated mission of all.
Banana bread.
Green
No,
contact
no.
gets into mission win countdown.
He's
Looking
gonna knock out
for
2 highlights, but I
Pearl.
don't think it matters.
No Pearl on yet. I think this is a bit of a ghost game. Not even highlight. Good stuff from Byaxian. Not highlight for the prints, so I think they're clean, and also a good bug on the a very well timed bug, because obviously, I think that Bryce was guarding it from Sari rather than us. So good timing, very good game, and because of that, by accident went up 6-5 and then was able to snipe it out as well. So by accident taking that match 7-5, which puts Hex in effect on the board with a win.
Yeah, and I'm sure Opimon will get a win soon.
I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Alrighty. We have our next match on tile P2, which is a consonant tile with ballroom between Lev and Tabsies. Two very strong players. Sorry, not Lev.
Yeah, I was
Tabsies and
gonna say.
Ada.
I think that's
God.
yeah, Duffy.
There's a lot
I was
of.
about to
There's
say
a,
Astogene. I was wrong too. Oh no.
you should see the spreadsheet that we have for this. It's absolutely psychotic. It's all over the place. Anyway,
I
Tabsy
am
is
looking at
Ada.
it, and I
You are-
agree.
It's
I can't
Tabsy
believe
is-
that I leave you alone in the booth for 5 matches and you're already making mistakes. SMH.
Let's listen. We'll get there eventually. Tabsy against Adafiesh.
Professional casting.
There we go. Yeah. We have the triple venue of ballroom, but we're not going to see any ballroom because the highlight matches are later on in the set. This is the scoreline at this point of the set is 6-3 to Adafiesh. It is Tabsy's spying on library. You ready?
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Library, venue of much cheese.
Oh yeah. I mean, you sort of have to do cheese on the library a lot of the time. And Boots, honestly, I think is one of the best cheese. And that's a bug.
It's a pretty good one as well. We hide the arm very well. Not sure if you've been credited or not. Ada's the sort of player who doesn't tend to show their suspicion as sniper much, so it's hard to tell if we're a top or six or not.
I mean, I'm assuming we'll find out if we get shot soon. But otherwise, yeah, I agree. I have no idea. But I was about to say, but Boots is a really good, underrated like um, cheese character. I think she has fast enough animations where she can get away with a lot of things.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah. She sort of blends into quite a lot of venues, like library as well, like the colour palette of Boots is very similar to the background of the venue, so often things are missed because of that. A bit like Teal with the books on gallery or Salmon on Modern. Um, it's a good
yeah,
spine library for sure.
she's also is a lot of the time thin enough to get behind the pillars. Obviously, she holds the hands in front of her, so you can sometimes see the hands if you don't do it right, which is funny. So it's okay.
Anyway, we have burnt a minute or so after that bug. We haven't got any full progress, but hopefully we'll get one here. Green test 51%, so good progress on that, but little progress on the rest of the soft tails. I'm not sure if Tabsy's going to go for a bit of a hard tail game or not, but we'll see how it transpires.
I mean, a lot of the times, if you see someone's done inspects and prints in the last few minutes, then you don't even need a third mission a lot of the time, in my experience. But I don't know how Adafiash would shoot for that, so probably not. Adafiash camps, right?
I think Ada is intuitive camper. I think he has quite a lot of. He obviously has knowledge on etiquette and behavior as well, but it's sort of. I don't think it's a pure camper like. Um, God, are there any pure campers left in SpyParty? I don't even know anymore. But either way, I think Ada tends to watch people who he thinks are suspicious.
I should know this, considering I've played Ada like 20 times, but I don't. But we got Seduce done. 2 minutes left, which is a little bit of a time crunch point. But we do have a bug that supposedly is not seen, perhaps. So, pretty solid spot if we can do stuff.
Yeah, and I think based on the scoreline as well, this is a pretty important match for Tamsies to win. So we're gonna go into side inspects and maybe not pick up a highlight. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know if they've been highlights for completing inspects or inspects, but they've definitely been inspect highlights to some extent. We're just gonna get the one and then go. I was about to say go to center statues, but that was a briefcase.
I like that little cute little briefcase redirect. We haven't got rewarded with a low light, but it was nice nonetheless. And we're gonna head over to statues again. I think. Yep. This time potentially fingerprintable. Yep. It is.
So now we
So
just
we
need
got-
one more print and a banana bread, and we're all set. But we only have a minute to do it, so a little bit of a time crunch here.
Oh,
Or a swap.
green swap. A green swap. So maybe not finishing with prints. Maybe gonna try and do a contact as a swapper swaps for us. DA is picking up the briefcase at the same time though, so that the DA needs to get in conversation. If you want to do that.
Hex is going to be the one doing it. He did break animation, so it could look like Hex is doing that as a distraction for a frame attempt. But we are going to join the conversation with the double agent. We'll see if the statue swap is noticed.
Not sure if it has, but we're behind a pillar, sort of, as well. He's wanting Tet to get in the conversation, so it looks like a nice frame. Does he? He doesn't. He
Banana
sunshines
bread.
us, but we go for contact anyway, and we do get shot for it. Does catch from Ada on the swap, I think. Oh god, if
I think if we
Tet's
got
joined the
a print
conversation there,
earlier.
that'd have been so nice.
Yeah, if we had got a print earlier, then I think that was probably a win. But obviously, when you do nothing for like 3 minutes on library, it's hard to smoothly finish. Although they did bug right away, which is nice.
Either way, I think it was a nice game. Maybe a time ad at some point would have given us more time for that print, but either way, was a nice game. But good shot from Ada, so making it 7-3 at the time to Ada. So he won the set on that match, and our second highlight game for this comes at the score of 7-4 to Ada with Absies spying on Courtyard. You ready?
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Tabs the wheels. Budget Smallman.
I don't know how I feel about Wheels' budget Smallman now that the more I've thought about it over the years, because it's like just because he's small doesn't mean he's like really good at a lot of the cheese and stuff. I think like Boots probably does a bit better of a job in a lot of cases.
It's like venue dependent, isn't it? I suppose on Courtyard, it's not really a Smallman type venue, so it's not really budget Smallman here. But on like Gallery or Tayen for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Lev just said it was on some venues, and that I think I agree with more. I think Wheels is a little venue dependent.
Yeah.
Courtyard,
and I
I
are agreeing.
don't think
Look
is
at
a great one, but
Yep.
I mean, still better than some spies. So could be worse.
Do you get a green difficult fingerprint off the drink, which is I would say usually some of the tougher prints to track. But we'll see if Ada's cottoned onto it or not. It's second green test for the flirt as well, so we're done with that. 2 minutes left, so in a strong spot.
And this is 4 of 7 and not 3 of 7. I had to check because I got distracted by high rise earlier. So we can't just go infect.
It's the only one.
But we are gonna go presumably contact.
Yeah, this is also pretty good contact. We've got one person in our conversation that's actually at the moment who hasn't been
Banana bread.
noticed except until now when they have. Good contacts. But no highlights though, so we don't really have anyone who is gone to statues and is sus as well. So the first person to go to two statues after the contact is more suspicious, and that person is Smallman. So
Truly the expensive wheels.
yes,
Hilarious. Yeah, so I mean, if we're probably credited for a print because Ada's pretty good, but we are going to go to statues now, which we're like the 4th person to do after that contact. So I don't think it's going to be as suspicious as a lot of the time. But still, obviously, it's Courtyard and you're doing inspects, so it's a highlight.
yep. Thankfully we have all the highlights as well after the contact, which is nice. So it kind of blended in a little bit. A print could be death, but we'll see. There's definitely the avenue to finish, though. We definitely want that second print.
Ambus putting the briefcase down now. I would not be surprised if we just wait for Ambassador to move and then take it, but it looks like we're not.
We're not. God, it's gonna be so suspicious.
We're
With
gonna
no hardtail
NASCAR
showing,
around.
the person who is highlight for actually picking up a briefcase at the end of the game is just like, oh, I hate this sniper. It's like, do I have that second print? Does Ada have that second print? Is the question.
Even I don't see any shot coming, I suppose not.
No, he doesn't.
And we're gonna bug as well because we're funny. Good job. Respect
Good job,
it.
Tabsies. Yeah, I'm not sure that was a legal handoff. but I'm not really sure. It was very, very borderline. But either way, Ada was preoccupied elsewhere, and I don't think had that first drink print. So good game from the Tabsies, finishing the set strong, albeit going down to a 7-5 loss.
Yeah, that was
Which
definitely not
means
legal briefcase. I know because I have 10K games. So
exactly. You know what?
yeah,
So do I. So I should really know. So, but
yeah, you should know.
we'll just
We
gloss over
both
that.
know.
Yeah, I know in air quotes. All right, we have the next match. So that's a win for Nexian Effect. We have next match on tile J1 between Hyper and Lavinuk, two players we've seen already in this cast, playing their um, second match of this tournament. On TN, we have our first game on TN. The score at the time was 3-1 to Lavinuk, and we have Hyper spying as Rocker. You ready?
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Hypixel are, of course, coming off of a win from the best team, and Lavinuk, of course, not. So Lavinuk has some work to do, in a
Well,
way, I
they've
guess.
started off strong. They are 3-1 up at this point in the game.
And they've clearly done some work to get to where they are. So good job for them. But we're gonna flirt for 49%, which is not a percent you see a lot, but I guess it's still in 2 flirt range, so can't complain. Oh, we're white
White
pearling
Purloin
too.
though. Okay. Usually that spells death, but I think we're fine.
Yeah,
Maybe.
low lights are coming out. I don't
We've
think the fade
gulped
was
and we're
seen.
returning the
So.
list. Yes, I love
Well,
this.
yes.
I love this. Does Lavinuk know? This is
Oh,
something I've yet to
please.
see. I've yet to see working competitive play, and of course the ambassador just comes and hugs us. Thank you, ambassador. We have a drink in hand, so we can't even bug. But now
I mean,
hopefully Lavinuk will
I've
see.
seen it work once or twice because I've done it once or twice, but it's very hard if they've already seen it,
Yeah,
which I assume they
contact
have.
here.
Banana bread.
Does knock out a highlight in pearls, but we still have. We're not highlight yet either. So I think we might not be suspicious. I'm not really sure what Lavinuk is thinking right now. I'm not really sure if they've seen the list gone and then get returned, but we have
I mean,
text
one
and
of our
center
highlights is
statues.
going center statues right now, so I
Yeah.
assume that's gonna. Oh, it's one cycle, so if that's noticed, then it's not gonna be as suspicious, but it's still a little suspicious.
Yep. Do a nice little briefcase redirect, which for a player with what 2,000 games played is absolutely unheard of. This shows how much he's learnt in the short time that they've been playing competitive. Um,
Truly, it's the team spirit from the team they've been playing with, who is the
there
best
you go.
team, from what I hear. We're gonna do, which is technically, I believe, legal, but briefcase behind conversation, which is pretty fun. No print on it, which is what I was about to say, free print, but no, just a briefcase.
Yeah. Party is narrowed down though. We have 2 highlights and 3 neutral lights, and we are one of the neutral lights, so we're definitely in the pool of suspicion. But don't think we're a top source. Maybe we might get away with a microfilm here, and you take the book out. One of the other highlights going to statues as well.
Yeah, we're not in the deep end of suspicion, just in the kiddie pool. There you go. There's my one analogy.
That's a great
Uh,
analogy. I'm not gonna lie.
Super great analogy. Now I'm just imagining a rocker in a kiddie pool.
This is the sort of insightful casting you get from us. Anyway, we're at 30
You
seconds left.
you let me in. This is your fault. You get to deal with it. 20 seconds left. We have a book in hand and need one more flirt from basically anywhere. And it looks like we're gonna return that book incorrectly. See if
Jump
it's
it.
noticed.
Yep. Not even on screen. Flirt here probably wins. Will
Yeah,
be
I
an oval
assume if there
spam,
was
I
a
think.
shot coming off, it was already gonna come off by now. So there's gonna be a little overtime. So we'll have to see if we're the overtime shot.
It was going to be Kane. And we get away with a list return on Tayan. The first time I've seen it happen in comp. I know it's probably happened before, but that's a first for me. I'm not sure what Lavanuk thought happened with the Purloin. I would love to know, but either way, what a great game from
My
Hyper.
guess is probably they just noticed the Purloin and then didn't notice the return because they stopped looking.
Yep.
I don't think they were looking after that, which honestly means is pretty good. I mean, that's why you return lists, because who looks for that?
Exactly. Who does look for that? Um,
Exactly.
excuse me. We have a win on the board there for Hyper. So 2-3 after that match, and then our second highlight match. The score is 4-4. With we have we have Hyper spying as Oprah. Once again, a spy game from Hyper. Are you ready?
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1, playing it. So close set. Important match here on Terrace, which I believe was picked by Labanuk.
I mean, I can look right now using my super useful ability of looking at the spreadsheet you made.
It's definitely
Lebanon's the
3.
away person. Yep. There we go. Definitely good.
Cool.
We knew that.
We'll definitely get used to it. Definitely.
Yeah, it does say Terrace on the spreadsheet. So
Anyway, we
the
have
first game's gonna be Terrace, and the second game's gonna be Library. That's how that works, right? Like they cheated, and they let that happen.
the set will end on Library, but this is a pick from Labanuk, so I think Hyper picked Library to finish off the set.
No, it's Courtyard.
It's Courtyard. Regardless, anyway, we have like 4 highlights for Bar. It's a pretty active Terrace game. We have 51% flirt. We're in a pretty good spot, but it's just a case of what is the path to either a Civ shot or a mission win for Hyper. Looking at their party, I think a Purloin could be quite strong.
Yeah, I'm surprised there wasn't a contact a few seconds ago, given the fact that all but one person was out, and like there were 6 people in with the real DA. But I don't think it's gonna be taken into account too much by Lavanuk. But yeah, I
Banana
should
bread.
expect a contact happening, and there we go. Clearly, I was wrong, because now there's so much more people for contact. So I guess Hypixter's better than me. Confirmed. Truly, truly terrible.
Yep. Do you get the contact? Do we set the contact?
Well, we don't get a real contact because we
Yeah,
were
we
out,
don't. Yeah,
but that's
yeah,
fine. But like everyone but us and Kane had a real contact, which is huge on Terrace.
Yep. We could go for a bug here, but we don't. Instead, we're going for a reject delegate, which is illegal, but if it's not watched, a nice way to get a delegate without taking a drink.
Yeah, we're almost certainly going to be delegating to someone who has a real contact, which I think a lot of the time is going to be a shot from Lavanuk. So we'll have to see how well they can handle that.
I go in for a reel here potentially. Lots of highlights on Labanuk's side, which is probably not. It might make this Purloin quite easy to get away with. We do send in.
Banana
There comes
bread.
a contact, knocks out Sari, and maybe I'm just completely wrong. I don't know. That's an absolutely wild shot from Labanuk. Wow.
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 Yep.
Banana
All
bread.
right. Great. Maybe thought they saw a bug when we were doing the delegate.
Maybe we're flirt paired.
Let's.
Either way, very good shot. Clearly showing why the terrace pick was strong for Lavanuk. Takes down Hyper in that game, but in the set though, the match ended in a tie. So a first tie on the board.
But you know, we're gonna get a win for Opimon soon, though.
We will for sure.
Gonna
Yeah. We actually haven't seen many matches between Opimon and anyone else. But
well, we're
either
gonna
way,
see one right now. Wow.
we are. I'm gonna see who's next? We got Bryce and versus my co-caster. We get a full insight into Googie's mind on how he's.
Rov, I don't think you can put me against Bryce. I'm sorry, that's just not legal.
Yosh, get out of here. You're not here yet.
Okay. Oh.
Get out of here.
Is
All right.
Googie against Bryce? Triple Benny of Tayan. And we're not seeing Itayan. The first highlight match of this is going to be on Courtyard. We have Googie spying as General. You ready?
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
I do just want to mention, because it won't come up, but I did spell Guggy with all my spies, because I'm silly like that. So this is the third time I'm playing General in this match.
I
And
wonder
the
if
second
Bryce
time I'm
cottoned
Queen
on.
General.
I wonder if Bryce cottoned on. Interesting.
I don't think they caught on. I think they were aware of. I'm sure somebody told them I'm Queen General a lot, but I don't think they caught on to it during the match.
Fair enough. 34% flip. Just 2 more white tests to get the full seduction done on the meme pair. And a bit of a dead
Truly
party.
Yeah, no one's doing anything. Honestly, probably could have contacted here, but I mean, who does that?
Apparently not you. But we are going to go and get a second flirt probably shortly if we if Queen 6 in conversation. This is a bit of an atypical game from you. I think you're more aggressive by usually, but this is very passive.
I mean, I think that. I mean, I throw it up a lot, and I definitely do like being passive a little bit more, because people don't expect it.
That's true.
And also, there's not too much happening now anyway, so why would I be aggressive? I'm gonna
That's a
let
very
other
good
people
point.
take that.
If you're doing stuff when the party isn't doing stuff, the sniper is going to see it most of the time. So that's a very good point. The ambassador is putting his grubby mitts on about 13,000 statues though, so fingerprints and inspects this game could be an option as we go in for a fingerprint statue and some inspects.
Dang, that's crazy. It's almost like I'm doing prints and inspects. I'm only gonna get the one, because sorry is a little meanie, but there's this other print on this other statue, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna do the sneaky little 2 prints, 2 statues.
Yeah,
Very cool.
quite often when a person goes statues twice on courtyard, the actual the prints can be missed if they both have prints. So I quite like this play. 40 seconds left between the flirt and a contact.
And I'm definitely gonna get a contact here. Just waiting for a good opportune time to do it. It's not like the DA is gonna leave anytime soon. Definitely
dear.
not. That'd be crazy.
Oh dear, this is kind of rough. We need an Abby to finish. We have to get that flirt now, and either a swap bug or a purloin, probably, if the double agent isn't kind in the last 10 seconds.
Finishing flirt, and now I have 14 seconds with no contact because, of course, and then I do a great bug.
This is the most general bug I've seen, but the angle that Bryce had was we didn't see the arm swing, and we Jesus.
and, then I, and then I do that. Yes. I
Oh man,
I mean, for a crash bug, that's amazing. For the
it's
record.
a very good bug in the situation for sure. Usually, when you're bugging at 10 seconds left, when you're forced to bug at 10 seconds left, it's quite an ugly bug most of the time because you don't have the chance to set up a good angle. But we take it at the exact right time in the exact right way, which meant that Bryce couldn't really see the arm swing and therefore didn't see it. Apparently, didn't credit it. With no contact as well, at that point in the game, I think Bryce is looking for contact, so it's a very good time for the bug. And then we swap at the end for a little bit of BM, which is fun. In the
I would
end,
never
getting
do
away
that,
with the
though.
game, and you would never do that. Of course, you wouldn't.
I would never do that.
It was a
Never.
very nice game, and going up 4-3 in the set at that point. And then our
We're gonna have
second
another very nice game coming up right here.
highlight game, excuse me, at 4-6. So 6-4 is a good at this point. Spying on Aquarium as pearls. Ready?
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Of course, Pearls is the E of Guggy, as we all know.
Yep.
Which, I mean, I I have opinions about pearls, especially on big venues, but aquarium's sort of like fine for pearls, I suppose.
It's deceptively a big venue as we go for a wave at the camera, but because the ambassador walks so far past us, it's not seen. It's one of those bugs where, because of how the underpaths, if they're so far away from the player, that they just don't see it. So we get.
That's
I didn't
very
know.
generous of you, and a nice way to say that was the most terrible bug we've seen all set.
Oh, we go for another one. We go for another one, which is very aggressive and very similar to the general bug we got away with on Courtyard. So that playing into um, what won us previous games, which is good set play.
Yeah, it definitely was visible. I don't think it would have been visible on general, but it's that's pearls for you. I know.
Yeah, Pearl's good bugger.
Super.
Yeah, her and Sari both got good bug animations. Um, probably going to finish with a contact Pearl introduce. We'll see if we make use of this delegate.
Yeah, of course, getting a supposedly clean bug somehow, uh, doing a Purloin is always a nice second thing to do there. Obviously, not too much activity at bar, and a lot of activity getting into that conversation, which I definitely forgot about.
Yeah, unfortunately, Keel's big. That's not a dorsal fin. I know fish. The back fin blocked it quite well. Um, and also the ambassador was in the middle conversation the whole time with that shark pass, so we have a lot of paranoia on the sniper side for anyone potentially bugging behind the shark. We might have a lot of credits for it, which makes Bryce's sniper game a bit more rough.
For the record, that is a dorsal fin, and I definitely didn't just look that
Is it?
up while you were talking.
Okay, well, I was wrong, but I was right. Anyway, um, do send the delegate to Irish, but it does expire.
Yeah,
So
no, that was just more action for the bar. It definitely wasn't ending with so many people at bar.
yep, I like that. That's good. At 1 minute 20, we have 72% float. Need that contact, which is deceptively hard to get sometimes on aquarium, especially if you want a good contact with only 3 conversations. So in a bit of time trouble, we'll see um, how you play it out. Probably for a pearl on again. Yep.
I have no idea what I'm gonna be doing. That's crazy. I didn't experience this at all. But yeah, I'm going to bar, getting another delegate. This one for sure will take. We only have a minute around the time it happens, so uh, I mean we'll be able to see when it expires because it will expire around 0.
That's true. We have a little shark. Gonna try maybe delegate behind the shark if we're fast enough.
That
Yep.
very much is the intention here. Yeah.
We do get highlight though.
Yeah, I did somewhat mess up the timing there.
And we missed the
Uh,
pads. We're not looked at though. It's fine. It's fine.
Yep.
Contact. Where's Zeke? Bar. Okay, this is gonna be close.
Banana bread.
This goes
Yep,
at the same
exit
time.
bar.
Split. Oh my god, this is
I'm
gonna be
just
close.
going back to bar, and I'm definitely gonna get close enough for the flirt. And I definitely notice I'm close enough for the flirt, and I
Oh my
definitely get
god.
the flirt. Definitely,
Oh,
definitely
pain.
don't time it.
That's so painful.
For some reason, I thought I had much more flirt than I did, and I did not. Truly a comedy of errors throughout the entire.
Oh my god. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what happens. Do you know what? I would have loved you to have finished the flirt there because trying to call what happens in overtime in this spot is very difficult. It would have been fun to see what happens, but
Yeah,
unfortunately,
I think I was shot for overtime because so many things went wrong, and most of them were my fault. So
okay. So Bryce is saying in chat that he gets shot in OT there. So
yeah,
okay. Either way,
I mean, I think it's
funny.
important to show off terrible games as well as good games, and that's why I did that. Definitely.
Fair
Uh
enough.
huh.
It did put you in a rough spot in, well, not a rough spot, a stressful spot in that set as you were going into the final game knowing that you had to win the sniper game to win the set, but you did. and ended up winning the set 7-5. So more point for the Fire Nation.
I'm sure Opie will get a win soon, though. Yeah. I'm not biased at all.
Where are we going next? We're going to tile M1. No, we just done that one. Tile G4. Gentleman versus Lev on Modern. Two Germans battling it out. On and of course our host this set for this cast as well. Up against Lev. We have first game of the sets. First highlight game of the sets. At the time, the score was 2-1 to two Gentlemen, and Gentlemen's sniping. So already ahead with the spy win on Modern, which is tough to do against Lev. So in a good start from Gents. Are you ready?
Yep.
In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, one of the more, I guess, forgettable venues. But Modern is definitely interesting in its own right, in that it's so uninteresting that I keep forgetting it exists.
Okay, well, we'll have to disagree about that one, but I do think that Modern needs a bit of work in terms of making it more balanced for the spy, because a lot of the time, Fingerprint on this venue is a complete lottery, because the ambassador just stands in a conversation for 3 minutes and leaves no prints. So, check if you're listening. My thoughts. Anyway, we have 51% flirt at statues. We get a first pair of inspects. Fairly standard start. Gent is highlighting for. I don't know what Gent's highlighting for. We haven't got any highlights. um, memory is
Amazing
very good.
highlights. They have not low lit the spy yet, which means we're on the right path. It's so great.
We have one highlight in wheels. I don't know. Anyway, probably for fingerprints. I'm not sure. Either way, we have 2 inspects and half flirt, so fairly standard start. But with 3 minutes left, we're looking to probably get that flirt done, and might finish with inspects. We'll see.
Such a huge venue with not that much cheese potential. You can really tell why this was not made a 5 out of 8 after after people realized they could just change the mission count.
Yeah, you could have gone for a bug there potentially, but it's hard to know if the ambassador lands in that spot or not. Fairly wisely decide not to. I hope we haven't got credited for it, but I trust in Gent's ability to catch bugs, so probably haven't been, and we're going for a second flirt with Irish.
Of course, Gent isn't on my team, so I don't trust them. Um, that team being the Revolution, and SG is gonna bail on us. Very sad.
Yep. Yeah. Modern is one of those venues where pacing, because the venue is like sort of deceptively big. It's a bit like Gallery. Maybe not deceptively big, just big. So getting flirt done can sometimes be tough. So getting sunshine like that is not ideal. But we have nearly 2 minutes left. Left not happy with how the game's going, but it's still potentially winnable with a purloin like this.
Truly a game of all time. So if it's not Modern, what is the most forgettable venue in your opinion, Rob?
The most forgettable venue, in my opinion. I mean, I would be remiss to not say balcony, but it could also be pub.
I think Balcony you can't say because it's definitely unique in its own right. It's just bad.
Okay, that's fair. Maybe forgettable. Forgettable.
But yeah, I can see pub being forgettable too.
I feel like Redwoods is also kind of
Banana
forgettable
bread.
because people just don't like it generally, and it doesn't get played a lot. But maybe I'm
Actually,
going
no,
mad.
I think High Rise is the most forgettable, especially when it's 4-8.
That's rude. Anyway, sent the
What TO
delegates
would
to.
make it?
Okay, okay, Jen. What have we shot for here? What is this? This is ridiculously early.
I mean, bug maybe, probably. That's my guess.
Potential bug credit, and then the only conversation with real, and then we delegate and split. So if we've seen that, then that's probably the shot.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, Gent confirming to me that it was. So good catch from Gent, up 3-1 over Lev at the time. And then
So
after that,
helpful having Jen here to just ask. That's
oh,
crazy.
it's great. It's great. Jen is great. The work he's done for this with this cast and previous casts, top tier. Without Jen, it
The
wouldn't be
least
possible.
degenerate person in all of SpyParty.
Something like that. But
Yeah.
Jen then unfortunately went on to lose some of the next matches and went into the second highlight match of this set 4-6 down. So after being 3-1 up, Lev got on a bit of a run, got the momentum going for him, and he's up 6-4 going into courtyard. We have Gent spying to save himself in this set. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. And General Ambassador, which is something you don't usually see, but I like it.
I don't. But that's because it means you can't Queen General. So
Just have
okay.
Queen as a DA, and then I don't know.
Is this
Work
close
out.
enough to Standing Bug? I think it is.
It is, but we have a drink in our hand in the booking account,
We
so
do have
we
a drink.
can't.
Tragic.
Yeah, a little bit
Terrible.
tragic.
That would have been the most fun Standing Bug possible, and we just can't do it because we're drunk.
Mhm.
Truly terrible.
Sometimes you
This is why
start
you
with a
don't
drink in
drink
your
when you're
hand.
playing.
We white swap immediately. Okay. Okay, this could be death,
Have we even
or we
been?
could just rush.
I mean, at the statue definitely, but I don't think we've seen the actual statue.
Yeah, we highlight without actually seeing the statue, so we have no idea if this swap's happened or not. We go for a white contact to
Banana bread.
make sure that swap isn't seen for as long as possible. He wasn't screened for a second. We could have bugged there potentially, but that would have been very aggressive and would probably got a shot. But either way, should you get flirt done without that swap getting noticed, and this is a free game.
I mean, we just have to finish Fleur here. I mean, if the swap is noticed, then it's certainly going to be difficult if Lev remembers who's there, but obviously a very good spot regardless. And it doesn't seem like Lev's even remotely paid attention to it, so
Yeah, this is sometimes the weird games like this get by good camping snipers because you don't really expect a swap like that early on, especially if it isn't green. But a white test here doesn't help Gent. He would really wanted to get it done in two, so he didn't have to go and chase the SC around because after like statues and no other guests doing anything or any other hardtail showing, often the sniper tends to look for the small things like flirt and behavior. If you catch someone who's chasing someone around the venue, you can definitely assume that they might be flirting. So
good to know. I'll take that into account for next time I'm playing a camper. I'm so glad I'm getting all this research from Rob.
there you go.
Yeah.
You can't say I don't help the teams.
Yeah, you help the team that is my team because it's the best team.
Debatable. Anyway, we do chase. We do go for that second flirt. Green test for 84%, so any flirt will finish. But we have only 40 seconds left, so the flirt's cooldown timer will expire if it's like this too late. So we might have to leave the conversation to make that go down fast as we do. Yep. Go to Windows.
I mean, we do have to sort of rush this flirt. I'm sure Gent doesn't realize that the swap hasn't happened and is sort of trying to play it cool. But I don't really think we get shot for this flirt regardless. So I
Levis
don't.
doesn't have the swap. I think it's going to be a win. Yep. We're
I
watching
saw
out
like
for
a
the swap
little
now.
bounce noise, and that looked like it was going to the spire, and I was about to be like, "How the fuck did that win that?" But no, I guess not. Gent's gonna take a clean win.
Yep. And
Yeah.
he needed it because he needed the spike game for a chance of tying the set. He did to win it, so 5-6 after this, and then he was able to convert the sniper game afterwards as well. So good comeback in the end from Gent to take the set to a tie 6-6.
Truly terrible. We could have won, but Gent had to ruin it all.
I'm looking at the time up now, and you got 3 wins. You got the most. Your team's got the most number of wins so far. What could he
Yeah,
possibly
but we
complain
won
about?
all the wins.
Wow. Well, then that would make good viewing the tournament. Do you want this tournament to be really boring? Is that what you're saying?
I want the tournament to be really exciting for me specifically.
Okay. Well, that's a bit rude if you ask me. Anyway, Gabriel against Cotti. Next tile, D4, is on Redwoods. Gabriel spying as Smallman. Is this the first one we've seen? Might be.
Yeah, it is.
All right, we have Gabriel spying on Redwoods. The score at this point in the set is 2-0 to Cotty. So good stuff from Cotty. And Gabriel looking to hit the emergency small button immediately in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
I mean, yeah,
Gabriel,
obviously, very good spy. Redwoods isn't like the most small mini venue possible, but certainly you can get away with a lot with Smallman here. So
yeah, yeah, the trees do help, and often Smallman cheese at the bookcases because obviously Smallman is small and cheesing a book out because he is not visible over the whatever they're called desks.
that's called a bookcase,
Bookcase, that's
bookshelf.
it. Thank you. Bookshelf. There we go. Can often be quite strong. We'll see how Gabriel does about that. Do go for a quick cheese flirt into a fingerprint.
Strong start. I honestly, it looks like we're on screen, but I wouldn't hate just printing and putting it down immediately, just to see if we don't get spotted. But we're not going to do that, and which is a mistake because apparently Ambassador was at bookshelves. So what I said was the correct thing to do, and so I get to be a little happy about that for a little bit. I know,
Right.
briefcase.
You have 10,000 games, so you do.
I do have 10,000 games. It's true.
All right. We are gonna go into statues. Pick up a single inspect. Picking up quite a lot of progress. But Redwoods again is one of those venues where it can sometimes be quite hard to get all the missions done quickly because you have to visit at least 2 statues to finish inspects, unlike just the one visit where you can do it venues like Ballroom. So just a bit more of a time sink to get that soft tail done. But we did pick up a highlight for it and enter a conversation with the double agent.
It is definitely a little hard to do,
Banana
but
bread.
also we are small men, so it is possible we can get away with one without being spotted. We're also going to
Bit
get
of
a
a rough
contact.
contact. Yeah, rough contact with the SDA being out. So there's only 4 real contacts in this party and only 1 highlight, and that is us. So this, if I'm sniping this game, I'm thinking Smallman is suspicious for sure. As we go into the bar.
I mean, I would say if you're playing Redwoods and Smallman is in the party, then you think Smallman is suspicious.
That's true. It's true, but like more suspicious than normal. We're basically glowing right now. Well, we are already highlight, but
I
we're
mean,
like
we
really
are.
glowing.
That's how highlights work, Rob.
Yeah, we're like really highlight, like a tier above highlight probably right now.
This is all assuming that Kadi has noticed that the SDA was out, which is,
Yeah,
not something that everyone looks out for.
that's true. That's true. If you go in for our flirt here, Zen probably kills us, but also going to Sanctuaries might also kill us. So it's interesting to see how we might finish this game. Might be a Purloin as we send to either Alice or Rocker potentially. Hopefully Alice, but we do send to Rocker in the end.
At this point, I would
Cotty
just
will check.
go run behind like Taft and Pearls right
Banana
now.
bread.
Or banana bread again, which I don't hate actually.
The
Gonna put
delegate
Rocker as a low
expires.
light.
Oh no! Where are we
Well.
going? We're bugging. This is what this is a game of all time, and we get shot.
Hey, remember how earlier I said sometimes it's good to put comedy of errors games in? I love this one.
Okay, so we contact to distract from the Purloin. The Purloin then doesn't take because it expires. We then panic, realizing we don't have a 4th mission anymore. Try and potentially swap, realize we don't have time for that. We go for a bug, miss that, and then dance for a little bit. Coddy's like, "Can I please shoot you because you're dancing?" And then we go to sat 2 windows for a timeout, and then we become shootable. So, um, probably stressful for Coddy, but in the end, it didn't need to be because Gabriel was on a mission win countdown. So good shot from Coddy, up 3-0 at that time. And then we have our um, second highlight match where Cotty is up 4-2 with Gabriel spying on TN as Wheels. You ready?
Yep.
In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Now here, Wheels is definitely. Oh well, Wheels is gonna get a bug immediately, which
That
is
looked pretty
crazy.
good. Yeah, we had good cover for that. Might be credited, but it's definitely a good chaos bug from Cabrio.
I do want to say I think that budget Smallman sort of isn't as accurate on Taeyan. I think honestly Wheels might be about the same level just because of the Purloin aspect of it.
Yeah, because
Since it
obviously,
doesn't,
like, yeah, go on.
yeah, and like it's you can easily hide behind combo and with either of these. I definitely think Smallman's like slightly better, but I don't want to say Wheels is like budget Smallman on this one because like Wheels is so close.
Yeah. What makes wheels really nice on this venue as well compared to someone is that I'll come back to you on that. White swapping.
Yeah,
This is a rush.
it's center
Please,
statues too.
the DAB in conversation.
Recontacting?
We haven't seen we haven't seen the swap go.
Banana bread.
Like on we just haven't seen the swap. I'm gonna go back to gonna go to the back and not get shot. What a very good rush.
Yeah, amazing. And we had green time ad, so you know that
Yeah.
was important.
Very nice game. We'll ignore what I was saying about wheels on Purloin. I just want to talk about that game. It was, I think, if you get away with that bug or if you get credited with it, finishing with a rush like that really does make the sniper choose. But given that we weren't looked at for swap, I think that bug was just clean anyway. So I think we could have just finished it with flirt, or the rush also works. I think just generally the bug was good and it made us win the game. So good stuff from Gabriel. Taking one back on the spy side, but unfortunately, he didn't get many after that as Scotty went on to win the set 8-4, which is a win for the Hex team effect.
That's the wrong team. We should have won.
Well, he didn't.
Totally. Well, we should have.
You should talk to Gabriel about that. Anyway, we have our final match before we take a short break. We have Aiko VT versus Catnip on balcony. Which is
Always
we
a
have our
fun venue to cast.
Is it's definitely to cast for sure. It's a fun venue to cast. We had the first highlight game is the first set, the first venue of the set. So the score is 0-0, and we have Aiko spying as teal in about 5 seconds while I wait for the game to load. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
I presume if this is a highlight game, something interesting is going to happen more than just flirting, and especially with a white flirt immediately.
Yeah. We might be paired at Windows, but we have good progress so far. Entering cross conversation. Don't want to be too aggressive with it because we're paired at Windows at the start on balcony. Then if we're flirting, obviously after that, then we're having to get shot. But being respectful, waiting for the flirt cooldown to expire, and then we'll heading for a cross combo flirt probably.
Yeah, I think this is around the right distance of like not suspicious, but also like getting enough flirt that you sort of want, which makes it the most suspicious because that's how SpyParty works. When you think about things, I guess.
Big old mind game. Kind of taking some aggressive lowlights, and they're correct. So that's 3 lowlights so far. A green flirt for us up to 85% is very nice, but with the party sort of kind of whittled down already quite hard, it puts this game in a bit of an interesting spot.
I mean, we have 85% flirt. It's definitely we are gonna have to talk again, unless we go next to Alice outside of conversation, which would be more suspicious. So we're looking like it's a good win here, potentially.
Down into the last 30 seconds, need a contact and a flirt. Doesn't need to be a green test, but doesn't matter because we'll be talking anyway. So this will be interesting. Entry next to the twins. Small one is out, which is unfortunate for us. We talk into a double talk for a
Banana
white
bread.
contact. This is suspicious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good shot from Catnip. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, white contact when you're already flirting is certainly going to get you shot a lot of the time on a balcony.
Banana
Would have
bread.
been interesting to see what happened if Aiko greened that, because it would have still been like as if it was a white contact, which I think Catnip might have shot for anyway, potentially, but given we're the only person talking at the time that contact happens, especially with all the low lights. So I think really Catnip taking some excellent low lights that game, which made her able to narrow down the spy much easier, and is off to an absolute flying start. Up 1-0, and we move into Catnip spying as Salmon on Library with the score at 5-2 to Catnip. So playing some good stuff, spying for at least a tie. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
All right, what's your opinion on Salmon as a spy? Because I don't actually know.
Venue dependent, but underrated generally, I would say. Has, quite frankly, a terrible bug, but sometimes the best bugs are bugs that are obvious but are just well timed, so it's okay.
Yeah, that's around where I have Salmon. I mean, I think he's like just not somebody you look at a lot as well, which is obviously very important.
Well,
We're gonna get
Aiko
a
does.
highlight for taking a book out.
Aiko tends to look at Salmon. We have, highlight for a book. So I think if Catnip wants to put this in a different bookcase other than the yellow one, we are probably in deep trouble.
I mean, we're supposing it's for a bookcase. It could be for something completely different, but I'm assuming it's bookcase. We're also the only highlight, so it could just be something else entirely that we both missed.
Could be, Aiko is definitely more of the behavioural sniper. I'm not too sure what behaviourally we've done particularly wrong, other than take a book out, but it might be behavioural. I don't really know. Anyway,
I
waiting for
mean,
ST to get in conversation.
Aiko's safety off, not on us, but like around our area. So I
Oh,
think
really?
there's definitely something. Yeah.
I'm not really sure what. I'd love to know what in chat if he's here, but
I think I
this is
saw
all
Aiko
assuming
here
that he ends up
earlier.
winning this game, because if we don't, then maybe I don't know. See what happens.
I mean, with no missions done in the safety off on library, I am gonna predict that Catnip's gonna get shot, but also, oh, who knows? Ooh.
Who knows? Anyway, we have good progress on the flirt, 51%, but running a bit low on time. 2 minutes 45 to play. Um, letting this book cook a little bit. Hopefully, it makes our sniper or the sniper forget about it. We just sit with the back to us, to the sniper, not making that book visible. Hopefully, they forget. But going over that timer flirt for 85%. We'll see what happens on the back of that.
At this point, Catnip sort of has to. I mean, I would say do the microfilm, but I think we almost certainly get shot for it. So Catnip doesn't know that, but yeah,
Here we go, into blue.
we're turning the book and we're not shot immediately.
Go.
Okay, there we
Thinking
go.
about it. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Good drop from Miko.
almost shot Rocker there. She was passing, which would have been funny.
That would have been
Uh,
painful. Yeah.
Now I get to do the deep dive and look at what this highlight could be for.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what, other than memory, but regardless, Aiko is absolutely all over Catnip in that game and takes it the sniper win for 5-3. It doesn't mean much in the end, though, as Catnip takes a set 8-4 outright, which is another win for the Fire Nation. And yeah, we are going to take a short break before we continue with the rest
Oh,
of the
I finally
games.
get to go.
Yeah,
Aha.
you're released.
Thank you. Can you return my children now?
Can
Or
we say you're fired? Is that possible? You're on the Fire Nation team. Anyway, regardless. Anyway, we're gonna have a quick break for 5 minutes, and then we'll be back shortly with the rest of the matches. Hope to see you soon. Welcome back, everyone, to part 2 of the Hex Cup for week one cast. Joining me for the second portion in the casting booth, I have Yosh.
We've heard to your numerous complaints to the HR for the quote sus behavior of the previous co-caster, so we have replaced him with a more marketable alternative. Hello, it is me. It is Yash, and wow, at next match you couldn't have timed it better, huh?
Yeah, I was going to say, you've joined us and you've had to cast your own match. It's Yosh against Hoffnung. We have uh, the venue being High Rise for this one, and we have Yosh, I believe, sniping. Yes.
Uh, yes, this one would feature me sniping. Fun fact about this one actually. When we were assigning venues, my only preference was please give me a 3 out of X.
A 3 out of X,
I
you say?
found out I found out that Hyras is a 4 out of X 5 minutes before the match started.
Oh
Um
no.
it's better to find out before I have to play the game. I'll phrase it that way.
That is.
But yeah, it was an entertaining experience for someone who would not have to survive through that.
That's fair.
Um,
Fair enough. Um. Anyway, I hope you got used to it as the venue went on. We'll see if you did. The score at this point in the set was 4-0 to Hoftong, but we have Yosh sniping to try and get on the board, or hopefully have some good insights from you as we go in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
as you can notice by the scoreline, I did not adapt to the fact that this venue was a 4 out of X in the slightest. But for the now being, Hoffman enjoys a nice peaceful view out of the balcony of high rise, which honestly, this little spot could probably use a conversation circle in there somewhere.
Could do, could do, especially in a four-back setup. And you gotta love it when the AI control dumps you straight into statues at the start of the game, so we pick up a nice glowing highlight.
Oh, I think in my games, the spy AI control is more likely to take me to a mission site than an actual conversation. So, while I pity Hoffnung for having to live through that and play around it, I kinda share the pain.
Fair enough.
Honestly, the whole experience is pretty interesting to me because the last time I've casted myself has been in, oh god, maybe 2021 in Lotus Cup against Megaparsec.
It's a while ago. um,
Um,
but yeah, lots of highlights though. I mean, do you take a Purloin? White test.
and
Office Spy, yeah, sorry.
it is going to be a white purloin, so high chance it's going to get seen at some point throughout this venue. And indeed, a few lowlights are here. I genuinely do not remember if I saw it, but judging by this reaction, I probably did.
Yeah, taking a bunch of
Um,
lowlights on you, yeah. Maybe not, we didn't see the fade, but we definitely keep you,
Banana
keep
bread.
Hoffnung up as a highlight to take a contact. So 5 people not low lit, and the spy is amongst 3 highlights, so in a good spot for you.
Honestly, a pretty good banana bread. There's only one person out of the conversation, right? And both SDA and DA are in the conversation, which is pretty important. But of course, Hoffman wouldn't necessarily know about it. But leaving just one person out is not that bad, especially considering that that person had no way to interact with the chain in the first place. So, at the very least, in my eyes.
Yeah. We're doing what most spies do after they wipe Purloin. They sit and do next to nothing except flirt. And as I say that, we immediately leave conversation.
Ooh, that is a little rough of a bump
Did you
over
notice it
there.
maybe?
I think I did, but if I recall correctly, there was something else about this. While the path back also looks a bit wobbly in my eyes, I
Fair enough.
think I recall something else about this game that got me to shoot. I'm not sure. But I think it happened in this one, and I was pretty happy about that catch. That's it for the now being. 51% on the flirt. 2 statues inspected, so we need to inspect a third. We do finish the flirt, and the shot is taken. No, actually, it wasn't. The things that I thought
It
happened in
wasn't the
this
thing you
game.
thought, but you still shot the right person for a flirt pair, which is nice. Very good.
I mean, I got a correct shot. I got a point, which is better than I have fared in the first 4 games of the set. And it isn't much worse than a lot of the set afterwards, because I believe this next game is like the last or second last of the set.
It's the second last, yes. The score is 8-2 to Hoffnung as we go into Courtyard, with Hoffnung spying as general, I believe. You ready?
Sure, fire away.
In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Go.
Now, there is a few different philosophies about how to pick highlight games out for the match, right? We have um, because we have 12 games every single set, right? We've only been casting 2 of those, and even then, we thought that 2 games would not be too many, but then we realized it's a whole 42 games, I believe, for this week
I
alone.
I think it's 42 games, yeah. It's a lot. We're going to be here for quite a while still.
Which a general cup final usually takes about 20.
Banana
So
bread.
basically, take 2 cup finals, stitch them together, and this is the amount of games we are presenting to you. So naturally, we had to swap some people out. I am surprised that you are the one staying in and not Gagi, whose endless energy has been as much a positive as a negative in his experience. But honestly,
Goes against what you say at the start. Anyway, the spy's low lit. Talk, talk us through your thinking here.
yeah, this banana bread is literally the reason why I chose this game to be highlight, and I think why Hoffman eventually decided to keep it in. Um, we've choked, and I've been a strong proponent about like low light in real banana breads, and I've been pretty vocal about it. Hoffman did his job. He did his prep, he did his research, and he went for it. And because I think this is one of the first games this set where he actually pulled off a fake banana bread. After cooking it up for so long, like this is the 11th game of 12, right? He had 5 spy games before it, and I don't think he fake banana bread it much. I don't. At the very least, I couldn't recall it at the moment. So I felt pretty safe taking this low light, especially considering that on Kotyat, people generally tend to value their free time a little bit too much. You know, the general takes the flirts, takes a banana bread, and then you have 2 minutes to do nothing and complete white purloin and 10 seconds left. Game
Yeah,
plan.
yeah,
So I'm
that's
pretty
reasonable.
comfortable taking the slow light. I'm pretty comfortable looking out for whoever could be trying to finish the fingerprints here, completely oblivious to general being in fact the spy.
Yeah, we have been going for fingerprints, and we have only one flirt and one fingerprint left. So, whilst we are low lit, actually finishing this game is going to be tough. But we do go for a time ad here, which is interesting as a low light. The beeps go slow, so Yosh knows that there's been a time ad at this point. What's your reaction here?
Well, I do notice it's a time ad. I'm trying to figure out what's happening here. Not necessarily sure who it can be, right? I'm trying to take a few lowlights at people who I am pretty certain were in the conversation while I saw the slowdown. But because Hoffman is already a lowlight, he's already beneath suspicion. I kinda can't rule him out or rule him in, rather, which is the more important part. And
Yeah,
here is where the issue happens. I see the clock hang. I'm starting to figure out that
Banana
it's
bread.
going to be a green, it's going to be a purloin, it's going to be a swap. I'm not sure which one it is. I completely forgot the fact that if you green time it, you do get a little bit of extra time, which for the sniper would hang the clock and is actually a valid way to hang the clock. So here we finish not even with the Hartel, we finish with a Seduce,
Mhm.
and I'm clueless. I'm trying to figure out what's happening, and in the end, I execute the protocol because I have nothing better to do.
Yeah, that fake VP from Hoffenheim paying off big time, isn't it? Yeah.
Like
Banana bread.
it's not necessarily the best game of Spy you've ever seen, but in my personal opinion, for how the set went, it's definitely a highlight game to showcase the preparations that Hoffman put into this match going in.
Mhm.
And preparations that went very well for him, considering that I only managed to take 2 games out of 12 here, leaving Opimon without a win yet again. I'm sure we will get one eventually, so
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Good game from Hoffenheim, and a strong showing in the whole game or the whole match in general, taking that down 10-2. Getting another point on the board for Hexene event for the Hexene effect. As we move into our next game, we have Biaxian against Banana Bread on G5, which is Veranda, and we have our first game on Veranda. Not the first game of the set. The score at this point is 2-1 to Banana Bread, but we have uh, Banana Bread spying as twin. You ready?
fire away.
In three, two, one, playing it. Into an immediate chaos bug, but we don't see it, I think. We're not dead yet, so fine.
I mean, I love the attempt. It's a little bit of a shame that I didn't take, but Chaos doesn't really stop here. We do get a green timed afterwards. And well, Veranda is one of the venues where you can afford trying to go for that, trying to go for those aggressive Chaos places. The sniper is still trying to gather his bearings
Yeah,
at the start of the
Veranda.
game.
I think this venue on Time of Chaos is one of the hardest on Sniper. So usually as Spy you want to make the most of it in some way. So even if you miss the bug, we do make the most of it by taking a time ad, which I think is smart. Um, and yeah, we're not highlight, we're not dead, so we got some good value from that Time of Chaos, even if we did miss the bug.
And well, even if we don't necessarily do much with the timed afterwards, ooh, and here's a bug. This one
Yes.
actually does take, but ouch.
Yeah, highlight is not
This
great. It's not great, but we're not dead, which is okay. It's a bit. It's like Twin again is one of the worst characters for reverse drive-bys, not only because his arm is like very extended and quite obvious you don't have any cover, but also his bugs tend to take late, which means they don't always take. But unfortunately, this one has taken. We're definitely a top suspect, but we'll see how Banana Bread reacts because he might have felt that highlight.
I mean, a highlight is not a shot, which is a very big saving grace in this particular scenario.
Mhm. True.
I would posit that on the like mind game sense, a twin highlight is probably worse than a general party goer highlight because the sniper needs to keep in mind the twin differentiation, which means that the highlight on a twin is gonna stick in the mind a little bit longer. And
Mhm.
the reason why that happened will stick in the head a little bit longer as you're trying to figure out which one of the twins is more suspicious to keep one of them highlight.
Yeah,
So
that's a great point. I do
I'd
definitely agree
imagine
with that. Mhm.
this may play against Banana Breath in this game, but you know what? We've had 45 extra seconds. We've had a bug done, 34% on the flirt. Maybe something else is going to be nice to be done by now, but honestly, playing Possum, not that bad of an idea considering that, well, 21 guests, surely one of them will do something interesting.
Yeah, I think based on the fact that I think Bernardo might have felt that highlight, we decided to idle for a bit, which I think is smart in the position. But you can't idle for too long because obviously you still have 4 missions to go, and flirts is not particularly done. Um, we are in conversation with the double agent, so maybe we could get a contact here potentially.
I mean, this is honestly an interesting talking point, just the general playing Possum strategy, because in my opinion, or at the very least in my experience playing Sniper, if you're already suspect number one, the chances are you're not gonna go down without some effort put into it by somebody else. or at the
Mhm.
very least you is say trying to go for a fake banana bread, which is very risky on veranda because there are so many SDAs and the percentage game is weird. But
Yeah, yeah. He's definitely one of
playing
those.
possum,
If you, yeah, cool.
playing possum is just a weird strategy, right? You get a longer game, which makes you feel better, but do those longer games actually help you?
It sort of depends on the set. If you're playing if you're playing lots of Miranda like they are doing the start of the set with 6 games of Miranda, I think it's better because a longer game can often tire out your opponent sometimes. But I think this choice from Banana Bread is good because of that reason. But you still want to try and win the game, right? So
Hmm.
um, you have 90% flirt. Gonna go for a contact here most likely. You got 1 minute to do the best part of 3 missions as well. So it would be nice if the ST joined us here.
Banana bread.
Oh, they do,
I
but we
mean,
split.
ooh, and we
We
get
get
loaded for it,
rewarded! Oh, what a huge split.
which means that we have the green light to do all of the wide action tests on the statues. We have the inspects, we have the swap. We will need one more visitor statues to finish the inspects, but that is a carte blanche here. And well, I see 5 missions if we
Let them.
just
Yeah,
do the things.
just in that one inspect. And as a low light, we're going to get away with it most likely. That was such a big split. Banana Red living up to their name as they split. I'm going to go for statues here. It's almost certainly going to be a mission win, I think. Unless Bax Impulse an absolutely crazy shot onto a low light.
And I not only,
Never mind. The shot goes off into
honestly,
teal.
the timing is almost correct, right? You do hit the mission win countdown, and I like the timing
Banana
by
bread.
Banana Bread as well, right? We're finishing missions at about 15 seconds to go,
Banana
which
bread.
means that there is some chance that the sniper will just try and be baited into waiting until mission win, baited to, into waiting until overtime,
Mm-hmm.
which is when it actually hits rather than your usual 1 minute left or 30 seconds left finishes.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty nice, interesting, intelligent play from Banana Bread, even besides the highlight split, which worked so well against Byaxin.
Yep. Big fan
That
of that
said,
game.
Banana Bread actually leans a set off of it. This is game 11 yet again, and the scoreline is 4-6. So Banana Bread just one game away from winning the set.
Yep. Uh, Bax spying as teal, I believe, on Redwoods for his uh basically his last chance in the set. He needs to win both games to take a tie, but I believe they have picked Redwoods, so maybe it's the target to pick. We'll see. Ready? In
Let's
three,
go.
2, 1, playing it.
Oh, Redwoods, how I love you so.
It's
Ouch.
ooh, it's
I'm
fine.
sure
The
it's fine.
trees probably blocked us. Probably, hopefully.
Has said anyone about literally any spy player on Redwoods ever.
Yeah, I hope it'll be actually insane that those trees would block that because that looks a little bit ugly, but we seem to not get a highlight, so I think we're probably okay.
I mean,
Anyway,
the laser doesn't seem to linger on us, which is a good sign at the very least. And Byaxin does go with a little bit of a
Banana
less
bread.
aggressive option. We just do a little bit of a flirt, and then we go for a banana split. It worked for our opponent however many games ago, like 7 games ago. And it
framing
will
twin.
work for
Yeah,
oh
we're framing
boy.
twin. I think for the purloin, so a BB purloin split frame. Do miss for briefcase here, which is probably legal based on where Ambassador was when we left the bar, but looks awkward and we don't get the print.
I mean, I
Um,
don't have 10 king games, so you tell me, is this a legal briefcase?
it's probably fine, but Banana Bread's
Chat,
reaction is all
it's
over the
probably
place.
fine. Rolf said it. I'm willing to trust him. I don't think Banana Bread necessarily has 10,000 games, so he probably also thinks that it's probably fine, so can't be that bad. And yeah, indeed, Twin. I believe Twin goes back into that conversation, and not just that conversation, but also the same relative position in that
Yeah.
conversation, which means that it looks very suspicious in the eyes
Banana
of a
bread.
more behavioral sniper, whereas this stock looks like
Mhm.
trying to get away with a final flirt.
Yeah. I think intuitively that looks like a spy, and Banana Bread correctly has the purloin down, I think, between Twin and Teal, but Twin is just being the spy there, so a great frame from by accident keeps his chances in the set alive. And it pays off because he shoots Banana Bread in the next game and takes a tie. So a set that the Baxton was chasing since the start ends up just squeaking a draw at the end for half a point each. So good stuff from Baxton to get
Not
the
a win
draw
for
there.
Opimon, but we'll get one eventually.
They'll get one eventually. Yes. We have the
Which
next game.
we may get one here. Estet in effect versus Scout. I've always trusted Scout to beat a few captains up.
Yep, Scout, just good player, good strong player. Assatine, as we know, one of the best, probably one of the best in SpyParty at the moment. So it will be tough ask for Scout, but on a venue like Veranda, where it's usually quite sniper favoured, anything is possible if you exit this on level terms or even ahead. So we'll see how it goes with Asatine. This is game one of the set. Asatine is boots, score of 0-0 in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Well, you said this is sniper favorite, so surely Scout will start off a set nice and easy and proceed to snowball it into a win.
We'll see.
Either way,
We'll see.
as in effect, action tests as green as the arrow, and we go for a bug immediately afterwards. Oh lord.
Asatine and bugging. Have you ever seen a better combination? No, probably not. This is my party. He does love it, and he does get away with it. I think no highlight. Um, maybe some residual stuff based on the path, and we decided not to highlight because of memory stuff. But either way, good start for Asatine. A nice little briefcase redirect that as well.
I mean, we've talked about Time of Chaos being very powerful on this venue, and I think one of the reasons why it's so powerful is it isn't just those few 5-ish seconds at the start. I think it takes a little bit longer than that just because, for one, the statues are very separate, and you. I don't think you genuinely can have an angle where you can see all of them clearly on a pretty regular basis. So you will need to spend some time, at the very least, seeking out those statues and trying to figure out what all of them are in
Mm,
case of an early swap,
yeah,
which does allow those crucial early bugs and such to sleep unattended at times, which, as in effect, does get the innocent book back into the bookshelf
yep.
and
We were there for the
starts
print.
moving on.
To try and get that done in two. Veranda is one of those venues where you need to keep the pace up generally. Green tests are big. Having that flirt done early means you can finish early, but we do hit the white test for 85%. But we do just cheese out of there, heading to statues, making or at least wasting no time.
Picking up the statues, that's going to be our first set of inspects. We, of course, can swap here, but why would we on the first set of inspects, right, when we haven't even completed the mission and instead doing a hard held? Not a correct play, usually.
It would have been a choice. Um, at that point, it wasn't a bad swap, I don't think, given the attention might have been on the right side of the venue, but it would have been caught later probably. So I think wise not to. You know, I can head in for contact here. White test.
Well, here is our mission number
Banana
2,
bread.
believe it or not. A lot of partial progress everywhere else, which does mean that we have a pretty clean and laid out path before us. And I don't think that's necessarily a path that we will get shot for, considering that the Hartal has been dealt and done away with.
Okay,
And I
here's a
don't
big bit.
think Scout will remember the sprint that has been cooking for a while here, actually, I think.
This is a big point of the game because this is like, if you don't get shot for this, you're probably winning the game. Uh, really nice soft tail game so far from Aston. In fact, just need that one flirt.
And the inspects aren't even for. Oh, sorry, the highlight isn't even for the fingerprint, right? The highlight is for inspects, which may confuse or make Scout not remember how the
What a shot
fingerprints.
that is! Oh my word.
Woo!
We get away with everything, and then we get shot for flirt on veranda. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Oh my word, that's an incredible shot.
The patience is so good here, right? It's not just that we have the clarity to take the shot, it's that we have the clarity to take the shot after we are usually done with the missions, because not many people finish with flirt, right? That's usually not a thing that one would advise doing, because why do that when it just leaves time for the sniper to realize all of your other missions are cooking?
Yeah, I think it's
But
just a bit of we left that conversation to get the printable statue. We go back to the same conversation again. So behaviorally, it's not great, but even so on veranda, like excellent shot from Scout. And making their mark on the set early. But we're going to go into a second game of Veranda now. Assatein as Alice. Score of 1-1. So Assatein will took their sniper game and is spying now to potentially go up 2-1 in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
well, I mean, considering the highlights are games number 1 and 3, that is actually pretty interesting, because that means that the back half of the set was maybe a little bit less spicy and eventful, which, in my eyes, would suggest a sweep.
Or, now, hear me out. The players just wanted to cast more Veranda. Now, I think that's a great choice. I think these guys have chosen it because of that. And to be honest, I can't fault them. Assassin's bugging. Who'd have thought it?
Who'd have thunk? 68% on the flirt. Honestly, that's probably my biggest gripe with the games these days. The lack of updates? No, I don't care. Just 68? Come on, checker. You were so close to greatness. And yet, no funny number for us. Have to work for it, and have to work for it in a very weird set of ways.
Yeah, good bug as well through the conversation. They're often quite hard to spot. And a green difficult fingerprint of the briefcase as well. Look at that flirt done nice and fast. This is a really aggressive game from Astin so far, and it's paying off. I think we've got a bit of a free bug. I think certainly more clean than the first one, because the first one we could have maybe credited the path. This one was a bit more innocuous, I think. So
Mhm.
good stuff. See how they finish here, maybe with a print swap or something. We'll see, or just more statues.
I mean, a green print on the briefcase is nice, but it's still a print on the briefcase, right? So, who
Oh,
would
this is an interesting
really.
play.
Wait, that's actually a green!
A print swap, but it's before contact, so it's a green swap. We're going to try and contact as the swap goes off. I like this.
And
I'm not going to hide it.
because it's a front statue, no one will check it, because who the hell checks front statues for
Banana bread.
swaps? Here comes the lowlight. The lowlight in general comes off before the swap, which is
Yeah,
very important here.
huge.
Because now that statue is not gonna get looked at all.
Unlikely, yeah. Unlikely. I think we're going to get away
Not
with it.
even on the screen. Still not on the screen. Nope. Nope, not there.
Yep,
Not there
very
at
nice
all.
game. Excellent game from Aston Effect. We might have got creative with bug with the contact, which would have been could have been very unlucky, but I don't think we did. But either way, excellent game. Um, nice and aggressive finishing with 2 minutes 30 left, and I think that set the tone for the rest of the set. Um, Taking a lead, Scout couldn't get back into the game. Finishing off in a 10-2 victory for Assatein.
Do not worry, Rolf. We'll get one eventually.
The open one will get one. We'll see. We'll see. Right, we have the next game. We have tile G1 over on the left. It's going to be Spylord Ethan against Wrestler. On gallery, we have our first game of the sets, not on gallery, on library, because all the gallery was played without anything interesting apparently, or at least not anything interesting enough for the cast. We have Ethan spying as Kane on library at a scoreline of 4-2 to Ethan. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
I mean, alternatively, maybe those games are just so much more interesting than the others, and they were only limited by, well, the limit of 2 games per set. 51% flirt off rape, that is a pretty nice little number to start the game off with, and I don't think that's anything that wrestler can reasonably punish even because, like, who the hell cares?
Yep,
It's
nice little cheek
library,
split.
it's a big venue, you have to care about time of chaos here as well, and oh boy, that bug would have been so nice if the ambassador didn't just stop.
Yeah, we positioned ourselves really nicely, but unfortunately they stopped just too early. But we're still in this position though, so if the ambassador comes back around again, we might be able to take it. Yeah, but
And
virtually
that's
entirely hidden behind that pillar, at least
a
our right eye. So.
very cute little position, right? We're not hiding behind the pillar. Our hand is hiding behind the pillar, which is almost safer because the sniper can see us over here, ostensibly not bugging.
Yep.
But we are. We just
Here
are.
we go again. Here he comes. Oh, he just about takes. Very nice
And
bug.
look at it! Look at it! Kane doesn't even look like he moves. What a gamer that Ethan guy is. He'll
It definitely
probably.
is. It definitely is. We've picked 3 captains this year who are probably up there with the elite. Assassine, Opie, and Ethan. They're definitely showing it in the early games. Very nice play games from Assassine in the previous match, and so far a good one from Ethan here.
We'll see what OP will show up.
Green
Well,
tests,
first time.
flirt done.
Yep.
Nice and simple.
And 3 whole minutes to figure out our second inspect, and then 2 other missions. One of them likely inspects, and the other one is a little bit more open-ended, shall we phrase
Banana
it that
bread.
way. However, I mean, Banana Bread is still open, and it's a fake. There's a shift from wrestler, but no shot just yet. Only lowlights taken, and not that many yet set. So
I think only one in the entire party had real BB, which is Seek, which is an amazing contact if that is the case. So if wrestler is giving any suspicion to potential real BBs, he has one person who has that mission right now. So he might just be turning on Seek. We'll see what Seek does after this.
I mean, you're saying it's real for sick, and yeah, I would agree. A contact that's real only for one person is pretty sick. That's true. Unfortunately, Ethan naturally doesn't know it's only real for one. And honestly, I don't think Wrestler is a person who would necessarily care who the contact is real for. And well, on library, it's usually better to just take your lowlights and not think about it too much. However, I mean, nobody does fake banana breads except against me, so people should do more fake banana breads and people should lowlight more for unreal banana breads.
Do
I mean,
get a bit caught, but we do also do a 1 cycle at center statues, which might be noticed. I'm not really sure.
Banana bread.
Go BB split. Ooh, do we get low for that or not?
doesn't look that
BB
way.
split.
Go into a fingerprintable statue. If we want to get shots, this is probably the time for it.
Yep.
Does wrestler have it?
Rest is looking for the swap though. I don't think he has the bug. Yeah, looking for swaps. I think we're fine.
And because it's a 5 out of 8, if you miss a mission, the sniper will usually assume that, well, they can't finish because 5 missions is just a lot.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it
Excellent.
just doesn't quite happen. And
Yeah.
Ethan takes away this one. 5-2 the scoreline is now, and it's going to get even higher as we move over to Modern.
Indeed. Very nice game from Ethan. Extending his lead as well, going into the final game of the set. Score is 8-3 to Ethan. We have, sorry, excuse me, Ethan on spying a Seek in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Well, a few default lowlights from Wrestler, and nothing much to do on the biggest version of Balcony to date. Ethan, no. I mean, you know the first rule of behavioralism and etiquette. As long as it's not caught by the sniper, it's legal.
That's true. That wasn't great, but Time of Chaos Modern, also a rough one, we're probably fine. Zebra's going for that early briefcase and get redirected off it because Salmon is more greedy than us. We'll head in maybe for a flirt. We'll see.
I mean, the other thing to point out here is we didn't actually end up at any mission site, and Wrestler, judging by the highlights, is a person who rewards those
Yeah.
compared to any of the flimsy soft progress that Ethan may have. Uh, Wrestler prefers cold hard facts. We honestly, the decision to play on a 5 out of 8 kind of supports that theory in of itself, but I genuinely just think that if Ethan can do something, anything to upset the count, I think he will be in a very nice position to take this game away for himself. And well, take the set with a slightly better scoreline.
See, he has that red book in hand. We're interested to see if he puts it in a different bookcase or not, but Party's quite inactive at the moment, so I would probably not do it at this point, but we'll see what... ignore me, he's going for it. Will he get away with it? Oh, actually, to be fair, the Ambassador is out in front, which has to be guarded by Wrestler, so this is actually a better time to do it than I thought. I think we're not highlight for it, but we'll see if Wrestler's reaction as the game goes on. So going for that second flirt now.
And to me, it looks like a pretty clean microfilm, at least judging by the highlights and judging by the attention that seems to be given to Ethan. Notably, we are still kept on screen the entire time, right? I'm not certain if that's necessarily what Frester is doing himself or if that's something that happens accidentally, because Modern is a pretty open venue, but we're sent to the bar. I think Irish got a highlight for that as well. Not sure. But yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird game with how the venue or how the party is acting. It's trying to find those little pockets of attention or times where the sniper's attention is getting drawn away. I think Ethan is using them quite well, especially with the microfilm. This delegate needs to happen at a point where there's more attention being elsewhere, I think, because I think we might be more suspicious to Wrestler than we're being let on. I think, like I said, he's being kept on screen quite a lot, so we'll see if this Purloin play works.
Banana bread.
I mean, it has been. Oh, the shake on wheels. We do banana bread. It's a real for us, but it's not real for the taker, which would be Irish.
Yeah, good shot from Wrestler.
And Wrestler gets it.
Had the microphone, I think, down a little bit. Good send from Ethan. I think the way of finishing that game after a microfilm like that is, I think, over Pearl, and is probably one of the better situations to do it in with how the party was acting. Could have done inspects, but there wasn't really that many people with inspects to blend in with. So I think good play from Ethan, just good sniping from Wrestler to take it down. Sometimes it's very hard to get sniper wins on Modern. So good shot.
I mean,
Ending the set 8-4.
I would try to argue that maybe trying to get the purloin target into a banana bread before or after you do the sand is valuable.
Yeah, for sure.
But
For sure, yeah.
honestly, not sure how much it changes things, especially considering that Wrestler has just confirmed in chat that it was a sand split that gave away the sniper. So, um, not necessarily something that you can fix with a banana bread here or there. Either way, uh, we do see another loss for Opimon. Wrestler has fought valiantly. Unfortunately, it's still gonna end up a -2 or a 4-8 scoreline in the end. We will get one eventually, as there are quite a few hexes left on this board, and the next one is, I believe, not between us. So no win here either, but we'll get one. We'll get one.
We have more Ethan though. More followed Ethan against our lovely host Gent on gallery. This is the second game of the set. Ethan is up 1-0 and is spying for potentially 2-0 in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Alrighty.
I mean, 1-0 is a nice and simple scoreline. Um, have to point out, this 1-0 with Firelord Ethan playing Spy means that this was a win on Sniper, which is the more usually accepted result, or usually expected result rather, because the game is balanced around a slightly better Sniper win rate, which was more and more tech discovered became balanced around a little bit more of a Sniper win rate, but that's not to say that the new generation of players doesn't have their own tricks, and Ethan is one of the more prolific examples.
We do
Certainly is
take
looking to upset the scales.
highlights of the conversation out front for the potential timeout. So we've noticed the timeout but late, so we avoid the highlight, which is good. Also take a green mic, the microphone out of the blue book for a green test, which is good. We're generally on a good progress here with Flirt as well. So this is a pretty strong gallery game so far, Ethan.
I mean, it's a first action test microfilm. You know we're gonna get killed for the second one. Surely.
Potentially, it depends how it goes really, because we've done it at the hardest place. We're just going to have to go and do it with a bit of cover at green if possible. But what also
That
helps is
always
more green
happens.
tests on Prince. But yeah, we'll see. Oh, I
It's
love this as
always the
well.
second action test microfilms that kills you. We chase Smallman for the flirt, but nobody even cares that much because it looks like just a normal stop with a briefcase because the ambassador had to be moved or something. I don't have 10,000 games. I don't know how that thing works, but to me it looked okay.
It was
Um,
entirely illegal, but it looked fine because an AL would do that if the ambassador was moving, like you said, but the ambassador wasn't moving. So it's one of them where it's like it's galleried, unlikely to be noticed, but it was just very nice cheese to get that float done and be efficient with the time. So good play from Ethan,
See,
being efficient.
what I'm not necessarily sure about is chasing Smallman after we're done flirting with him, which
I think you might have
against a
wanted the contact, but the conversation at the back is terrible for that, so we're deciding against it, I think.
against a different sniper, this may bring on a little bit of a tunnel on us after noticing us chasing. Ooh, a shift on Sari though.
Yeah,
What
I'm not happy with
for?
sorry. Yeah. Probably timer credit and other stuff. Another green test. Obviously, these top players have very high green test rates, making the most of it with that microfilm. So we've got a microfilm done, a print, and virtually no suspicion. So this is a bit of a ghost game so far.
Not just a pretty nice little green microfilm in the back, it's a nice little green microfilm in the back covered by a very highly general who's a pretty good attention soak if I say so myself. So Ethan gets away with the impossible, manages to finish the action test microfilm, allowing us to just chill and wait for the double agent to never join the conversation ever again if all of my gallery experience is to be accounted for.
Yeah, we're getting galleried, but we do decide to take another timeout. I think is wise given that the DA has been the DA, and we haven't really got much good opportunities for Prince because the ambassador is not helping us there either. So I think timeout here is wise. Um, maybe there's one at the blue box. I'm not can't really sure. I'm not really sure if the ambassador was there just recently, but um, Gent definitely has some submission elsewhere that is not us, which is boding well for Ethan.
I mean, we've had quite a few shifts from chat on the other hand as well, right? So
Yeah,
maybe we're just one or two more timeouts away from a safe shot outright. It
maybe,
would be hard
maybe.
to induce a safe shot without a banana bread
Yes.
on a 4 out of 8, but honestly, how bad can it be, right? There's 7 people in the conversations, that's not us. One of us will be the double agent, and the other one of us will probably also be the double agent. Can't be that bad, right?
Yeah, this contact
Banana bread.
is not great, but we don't know that obviously because the SCA is not at the back of the conversation. There's only 4 reels. Oz, Smallman. Never mind. Oh, okay.
Ah.
That was close. Oz, Smallman, Oprah, and Seeker are the only reels in this party if Gent notices. We just need one more print to finish off the game, and the ambassador just put one at the green block shelf, which is potentially going to be smudged by Twin, so this might be difficult for the game. We'll see.
Ooh, the slow beeps implicates a time ad, and I think Twin just got highlight for it, but nope, the beeps are back to normal, and I
We
don't
sipped.
think there's
We sipped
any
rather than gulped.
saving.
And then God, this is disastrous because the DA just takes our print because we didn't gulp. We go for the briefcase and said this needs to be. Is it?
That's a
I'm not sure if
difficult,
it's difficult.
and we
Ow.
hit!
We hit the green anyway. What a crazy end to the game. We use the overtime shot. So I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh my word.
This is...
Christ. So this is a bit to go through at the end. We try and get the difficult print at green, but rather than gulping, we accidentally sip, which means we have to do a hard tell and sip again, which then means that we don't get the book because teal gets there first and takes the print, so we need to go and get a different print. But luckily, the briefcase has a print on it already. But we need to hit the difficult, which we do. Huge, two difficult prints. To force overtime on a shot on Sari. So very good game in the end. It could have been a bit easier, but um, either way, that early time ad put some sus on Sari and eventually got Sari's shot. So good stuff from Ethan.
I mean, it's definitely a very good save, right, of a game that went very, very awry at some point.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily certain if the game itself was that good, but we managed to save it. And you know what? In a game of Spy Party, you're not playing against someone else. You're not playing against beating the scoreboard or something. You're not trying to fight for the highest green rate. You're playing against a sniper, and gentlemen got thoroughly cooked in this one. Uh, pardon my words. So unfortunately, Ethan will take away that one, and so far seems to be running away with it a little bit. 4-1. Last game of gallery going through.
Yep. Ready when you are.
Well, let's see how this one goes in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Alrighty. Gallery, famously, you're twitchy for that green flirt, which is cute. We do it
I
right
mean,
in the end.
still not getting it, which is a little bit sad, but you know what? We can always wait a little bit. We can always scare the investor away and pick up the briefcase for a print, which likely will not get tracked down, which, judging by the lack of a highlight, I mean, who the hell would highlight for a briefcase? That is
Not
a
Jen.
scary person.
Not Jen, as it turns out. Yeah, early prints very strong on gallery. Prints in general are stronger than most that on gallery than most venues, just because the ambassador often puts them down on a lot of places, so they're hard to track. So good start. Would have been nice to get that green flirt, but yeah, we can go and flirt with Zeke now in the back conversation, which is probably the plan.
And honestly, I think it's not just the prince being stronger in of itself, it's also the other missions being a little bit weaker, right? We do have the inspects, which require 2 different inspects.
Yeah.
We also have the banana bread, which is famously horrible gallery, right? We've just talked about the double agents not joining the conversations for ages. So having a nice little fourth or third, I guess, in this regard, because inspects are not necessarily a free and easy tell to get away with. Um, to keep in your back pocket is pretty nice, and fingerprint is a pretty solid option, which not a lot of snipers necessarily track outright.
Yeah, good points. I agree with all that. Gallery, all stuff to get flirt on, but we do have that flirt done early and fingerprints done as well. So making excellent progress. We're averaging a mission per minute. If we keep doing that, we'll finish the game just enough time. So good stuff. I've been finishing probably with contact soon. The conversation look okay for a contact, and then we'll see what the full choice is.
Well, the banana bread should be coming through in just a
Banana
few
bread.
seconds. There it goes. A non-zero amount of lowlights, but
Purloin.
why does it matter when we can just take the list? The list is seen gun, but we're just gonna take the lights. We're not sure if we have the fourth. And Ethan strives to live and operate on that knife's edge.
Yeah, we finished the game too early for Gent to shoot that. I think we just don't have at least one of the prints. If we had the prints down for sure, I think Gent shoots that, but a bit too early, and we don't see the fade. So good stuff from Ethan, and then with that the gallery portion of that set with the win, and also with the win in the whole set as well, 10-2 over Gentlemen. So more points on the board for the Fire Nation.
210 common score, it seems like. And well, the Fire Nation pulls one out yet again. However, moving forward, we do have another clash between those two teams. With Blood Red Yeti taking on Aragoria on Terrace, my beloved.
We do. On Terrace, we have Yeti as queen in game one, with the scoreline at 1-0 to Aragoria. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
I love that you have a scoreline of not 0-0 in game one.
Not game one. It's probably game two. Sorry, Mikey.
A little bit of an AI
It's
control at the
tired. I'm
start.
late. Yeah, AI control is. It's always interesting to see when spies do that. Got some okay value there with that little bump on boots, but I don't think Aragorn is the sort of player to reward that sort of stuff. So um, probably haven't been credited with any lack of suspicion, but yeah, there's no progress so far. But Paris tends to be one where there's a small venue you can do quite well with flirt and stuff. So I'm not that worried, especially with the green test. But with 48% is a bit rough. We can't finish that in two.
I mean, it's a whole separate conversation about uh, taking the AI control and, well, just keeping it on for a prolonged amount of time. I think here Yeti just hoped to end up in some nice position and unfortunately did not quite get it. But I don't think that Aragonia in any world will necessarily pay any attention to that
Yeah,
much, unless we leave it up for like half the venue and just hope that an AI does more stuff than us and leaves the AI control up as a way to ensure that we look as AI-like as possible and that we don't get any itches trying to force us to do more things which we can get shot for later on in the games.
yep.
We've
We head into statues for comparison and specs. Not going to plan on swapping here wisely, I think, and then probably going back into conversation for that second flirt. Yes, we do. Your highlight,
ha-
but yeah, we know we're not done with inspect, so we'll see if we decide to go and finish off with that. White test for 82%. Good progress,
are
but
we
we
moving
ain't
into
putting one
the
back.
same exact position in the conversation compared to where we started from, or?
It's not the exact same, but it's close, and we do go for some more inspect. So finishing inspect and it's printable, I think the statue as well. So
And that's a pretty quick leave as well, right?
yeah,
On one hand, I like that we go to the printable statue because fingerprints is not banana bread, and banana bread is a very nice little trigger shoot inducer, which would result in us dying very untimely. But on the other hand, ah, just
good print
brings
here
more
as well.
attention to us, which I'm not
Yeah,
the biggest fan of.
sprint here as well. We could potentially get shot if we have flirt credited, but we don't. It's good. We get shot on flirt. This is gonna be close. No contact game on terrace is rare, but we don't have.
No
Yeah,
reaction to the talk.
yeah. Just no contact. I think we die on contact for sure, but because we don't have contact, we don't have those prints down. It's going to be a mission win from Yeti. A very nice one indeed. Going to go up
And
2-0.
s- the other thing that happens here is a very late rush to the bar as soon as we start talking, which is very scary because it could mean that any one of those people could be purloining or be delegated to purloin. So, and there's not quite a good way to figure that one out until you stay and look at it, which takes a lot of your attention away to from some memorization things like remembering where that queen was or what she was doing. So nice little party help a little bit from Yeti getting a Nice little extra point, which unfortunately does not seem to be enough to win the venue because now we are in game 11 with Aragoria picking up the spy and the scoreline being a 6-4. So Yeti has to sweep for a tie. Aragoria just needs one to lock in the hex.
Yep. Aragori General in 3, 2, 1, playing it. I believe this was Aragori's pick as well. So if you want to be trying to finish off a set, Courtyard is a good one. If you comfortable on it, hope you don't get that flirt of windows, which is a bit unfortunate. But small venue though,
I mean,
so
it's a little bit sad, but I don't think people would necessarily track the flirts on Kotyat in this bracket. I don't think Yeti does much of that anyway.
unlikely. Yeah, it's just more in the case of like progress and pacing. It would be nice to get it, but we do get it eventually for a 34%. 2 minutes left. Obviously, Courtyard is a small venue, so we can potentially get those done quickly if we get a move on. But I'm not too worried based on
Or if our
on that.
seduction gets a move on, just moving half the venue away from us. The
Banana
banana bread
bread.
is going to be green, but the SDA is the one who bails. This is
Yeah,
horrible.
I think
This
it.
is real for two people. David W, is this you?
I'm not sure if Yeti knows. I think he took the low lights as Seek actually joined the other conversation, so it's possible if Yeti's is looking at real BBs, he actually has credited with 5 people. But if he was absolutely on it, yes, only 2 have reels. It's just us and Disney. Um, we do get a fingerprint as well, which is good progress. I'm gonna go for that soft tail game. I'm gonna go get the flirt done, get inspects, and try and find that second print. Ideally on a place that is more innocuous in a briefcase. We'll see how that goes as the game goes on. 1 minute 20-ish left to play.
I mean, generally against
Banana
newer
bread.
snipers, or, well, not necessarily newer snipers, but mm, snipers that are less entrenched in the competitive scene. Uh, Going for a briefcase just means briefcase equals fingerprint. It becomes a little bit more nuanced up there in as you go higher in the play, but generally I think the equation remains the same, which means that every single print you can get not on a briefcase becomes so much easier to finish the mission with. And I think here Aragoria, if they can get away with it, which I mean, we've gotten away with something alright because this is a lowlight and I genuinely don't remember what it's for because I've yapped over it.
It was a fake contact, I think. And it was a very aggressive low line. I think it's going to bite Yeti here because we're going to finish statues and fingerprint at the same time, and it's going to be probably a mission win here for Aragoria,
She
and it will be.
can't keep getting away with this.
Yep, done it again. Another soft tail
Was a
game.
banana bread for two people in the whole party, and then we get lolit for a fake banana bread. That's
Yeah,
no.
it was like the inverse of the
Banana.
game with you and Hoffnung earlier. It was also general, but we go for the real first in this one, then the fake later. We get Lolit for the fake. In the first one with you, we go for the fake first, get Lolit, and then get the real later. So
It
interesting that.
never comes up, Yosh. But there's a nice little bit of a moral here. Do fake banana breads. They
Bread.
actually work.
Yep.
I'm not preaching what I'm practicing, but I'm preaching the things that work, like doing stuff and such.
Yeah. Good stuff from Aragoria as they
Oh.
take the set 8-4 in total, and another point on the board for the Pie Nation as we move into Tile G2 on Library, a Psychostoth against Wrestler. Um,
Well,
both previously
G2
captains
known.
in previous Hex Cups. We have Psychosloth on the spy side first. Rest on the spy side first as Seek. The score is 3-1 to Psychosloth. In
Cyclefloss, the sniper,
yeah, Psycho Sniper
against
Wrestler is
Sick,
the spy. Yes.
if you want the alliterations.
There we go. Nice little alliteration. Starting in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And hey, you know what? Wrestler is from my team, which means that it's finally time for Opimon to get on board. With a
I'm.
nice little quick flirt for 34%.
Oh, that
And
was
a
a
nice
bug.
little bug for a completed bug.
I mean, half the party is in about 1 meter squared of space when that bug happens, including the ambassador and the spy. I don't like you're crediting people with bug there probably, and that bug is probably invisible. So good job, wrestler, for taking it. So good start indeed.
I think what I'm doing if I see that is just, yeah, I'm playing a 4 out of 7 now. Bug is done. There is no way I'm catching that. It probably happened. I'm playing a
It
4 out of
probably
7.
happened. Yeah, it's one of them like. Usually library's not actually that bad for time of chaos bugs like that, like high rise and Tayen, the ones that spring to mind for
Mhm.
ones like when you have like really bad time of chaos starts like, oh god, I'm crediting people bug here. This is gonna make the cyber game much harder. So library's not one of those venues where that happens. So preparing for it is a bit harder, and we probably don't have credit for it. We might do, I'm not really sure. But either way, Wrestler is in a strong spot. Um,
I mean, there is a low light at the party, which is one of the twins. But the important thing is, we are not low lit, so there is still a chance for us to mess it up in some way, shape, or form. A nice little bug is nice, but with 5 missions to do, there's only so much one little good play gets you. You
yeah,
need to have more than one little good play. You need to have two little good plays or one big good play
we need one big green test probably.
or
I
one
don't
giant
see
sneeze. Apparently,
ourselves.
if you're a
I don't see
caster.
ourselves going for a soft tail game based on the progress so far. So we'll have to do probably either a microphone pulling or swap.
Oh,
We do
I'm
go for Senesachus
I'm
or
not
Prince.
sure if
Okay.
I like that from wrestler. We go behind the pillar and then we reject. Um, puts a little bit of suspicion on us for that purloin, but on the other hand, it does mean that the laser is more interested in looking at the tray compared to looking at us necessarily, which means that we get a little bit more time with the statues. Unfortunately, not quite enough for us to avoid being seen at all. So we'll still probably be remembered, but it's nice little safeguard.
We do three
Whoops.
cycle the statues. I don't think it's noticed though. I do red tests on the floor, which is annoying.
3 cycle is only a hard tell against people who look for 3 cycles, and there's nobody in the game who looks for 3 cycles unless you've been talking on cast about how 3 cycles are good actually for 15 different casts. I'm not speaking from experience. I've only done that on like 3 different casts, and I still got shot for it, so never mind.
Only
Um,
three. Only three.
like at least 3, maybe 4.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, we have fingerprint done. After we got a fingerprint from the briefcase, we have flirt done because the ST graciously joins the cross conversation from us. We only need a contact left with 1 minute 18 seconds, so probably we're gonna go and book ourselves over to that conversation there where Oprah is waiting for us. I'm sure this can't go wrong.
I
Banana
mean,
bread.
while
Fake
I'm
contacting.
joking
Fake
around,
contacting. But Rocker splits from a real conversation in a center statues, which is something that Psychosoft lowlights for apparently. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. And highlights for. Okay. Okay. I would hate that if I was a
Rov,
sniper, but I think Psycho does as well.
Rov, make up your mind.
I
Or
don't
Psycho,
know.
make up your mind. I'm not sure which one it is, but I mean, Wrestler's not done yet. Wrestler still needs one more mission, which, I mean, at some point he will eventually need to get. And, well, it's a
Comes a
white
Banana
contact.
bread.
banana bread that Rocker's talking for, so it's not horrible.
I think I think Rocker has done us a solid here and has taken all the decision for us from that first fake. Notably a good fake from Wrestler, and I think that is probably one in this game. I think that second contact, if it happened just with Wrestler and not Rocker in conversation, it might have induced a shot from Psycho, but either way that bug at the start of the game, very, very strong, and in the end a good game from Wrestler who gets himself back into the game at 2-3.
And we don't actually need to skip much further because, judging by the venue, this is the next literal game
Yep.
presented before us with Psycho Sloth picking Sari, which is not necessarily a choice I would go for on library necessarily out of all venues. You know, the white gallery.
Mhm.
But Psycho has some tricks up his sleeve, and I'm sure that Sari also does. have a lot of different tricks, up a lot of different sleeves. Either way, there's only one way to find out, huh?
Indeed. In three, in two, in one, in playing it.
Now,
All right.
the reason why I wouldn't pick Sari is because she's one of the slowest characters, which may be quite important on a venue where you have to A, do a lot of stuff, and B, move a lot of different places. Because library is one big long corridor, which means that if your seduction target decides to strand you and move on to the other side of the venue, you're gonna spend a non-zero amount of time extra on moving back to them. But
That's true.
there are also some benefits which I don't actually remember. So Rolf, fire away.
We can just go for a bug. Just bug.
Understood.
That's all you need to do. And then green fingerprint. Literally, this is all you need to do. Except more than that. I don't know. I'm going insane.
ain't
Either
that
way,
the ain't that the the
I think
spiritual truth of Spy Party? You need to do that and a little bit more than that.
yeah. And green tests tend to help. Especially when you're a slow character on a big venue like you said. Either we are after a fantastic start though. A bug which hasn't been credited probably.
Mhm.
A green difficult fingerprint which might not be credited, and half a flirt. Um, so we are
And
starting this game in a strong position.
I think this half a flirt is more important than on most other characters because of that walk-in speed. So we don't need to chase an extra person around the venue, which as a person who's spent literal hours chasing people in library in the past, not fun.
Yeah, this venue. If you're a slow character, like we're walking across it now, we left the conversation at 3 minutes two. We have eventually ended. We were gonna go for the contact, but she's already left the conversation, and we eventually ended the conversation at 2 minutes 44. So it's taken us 20 seconds to cross the venue for no progress. So it's why slow characters are not as good on big venues, but at the same time they can be good because of that, because they're often not as watched, and they still have good powerful bugs like already seems from
Mhm.
Sorry.
Banana bread.
Anyway, contact, pretty good one. Couple of lowlights.
I mean, to put in a little bit of a spoiler for exactly zero of you who will remember it for next week, I've spent literally 2 minutes today on library as sick trying to chase a seduction target, and it was a horrific experience through and through.
Yeah,
Now imagine that, but you're 20% slower.
yeah. Hopefully Tex will be nice and kind to us and just rock up next to us later as we just sit here and do nothing. Get credited for bug because we're behind pillar. Um,
I mean, the laser seems to dash around, so we're unsure about the bug, but there's no reaction to it, right? I'd expect something to happen here. But on the other hand, we've already seen wrestler literally today try to hide his highlights, right? With
that's true.
Purloin Sand game earlier.
Yeah,
So
we could be suspicious. I don't really know. Either way, we have 1 minute 20 left. The conversation with the with the SC is full, so we're gonna go back across the conversation, the venue even, sorry, and maybe get that print from yellow the ambassador just put down or go into statues. Yes, we go into the bookcase with the print. Let's get that done.
I mean,
So
it
good
also
progress.
lets us put the book somewhere else, which would be nice because only 1 minute left to go. We need a flirt and an extra mission, which either inspects or one of the Heartels. The question is which one? Which one? There's so many to choose from. There's literally three. But
Inspects at the late game like this, very risky. We're gonna try and get this flirt, go to the conversation. Do we make it? We get there and we hit the red test. That's disastrous. That's absolutely disastrous. Oh
and
no.
we've already done the banana bread, so even the option of panic. Oh yeah, please shoot someone. I don't know. You probably have a target in mind. Wouldn't even necessarily work because the second banana bread is much less persuasive in that regard than the first one. White
Rip
action
the
test
book.
for 85%. This is not enough. However,
What time
this
ad?
might just be.
Okay. It was a green time ad, so we know time has happened. This is, but a lot of movement happened at the same time where we did
And the
that time
clock
ad.
hangs.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. This is an interesting spot.
Rest.
Wow, we're gonna go do another one. But it's a white
Oh,
this time.
this is bad because this will mean that eventually the beeps will restart, which would be a dead giveaway for any potential hang opportunities. However,
Yeah.
that said, I mean, I don't think the Purloin could have hung for that long, and the statues obviously wouldn't have, surely.
Yeah,
So
we noticed the clock slowed down already. I think he knows it was a time ad, but what really gave it away was the fact that we white timed it after that. So, but we didn't see Sari do it though. So this is
sorry, not
I
sorry.
don't know what wrestlers thinking right now really.
And
Like
mission number
I
4
don't know.
completed. One more
Yeah, we just need one more.
probably
Probably
will be microfilm.
it's
Are we
could be.
straight up gonna die if we just go to the statues at this moment in
Oh, we're
time?
purloining. We're purloining because we've just moved ourselves behind the pillar. Green test, hopefully. Yeah, we do.
Oh, Psycho, you nasty!
Oh my
Oh,
word!
and now
I love this. Green test into
and we're
take.
um and the Perlin will still happen, but because we've taken the drink, we've kind of taken the attention of the sniper away from it, and
What is happening?
there's no OT. There's no
There's
OT
one of the weirdest games of
for
SpyParty I've seen.
some
So
reason. I think what's happening here is a little bit of a lag between players, which is why the overtime chimes are not triggering. But initially, the clock is hanging, so there's no overtime because of it. And the second time the clock hangs, wrestler kind of can just assume that it's because of a second time it and still trying to find out whatever happens and missing the
yeah,
Perlin in the meantime.
yeah, we definitely missed the Purloin. I'm not sure the take was necessary, but it was very cool nonetheless. Um, I think we're
I
just not sure who to
think
shoot in Michelin Countdown. Yeah,
I think in this scenario, a take is a better choice if you're certain that the sniper will not notice Toby dashing around back to you,
yeah,
because
yeah,
it will confuse the sniper, and confusing the sniper is very important in this particular scenario because, I mean, you're kind of dead if that doesn't happen.
yeah.
So
Anyway, we are moving into our first Val match of the cast. Yes, there's only 5
wait,
left,
but
and all 3 Vals
how
matches will
did
play at the
this
end.
one happen? How did this one end?
That's a very good point. It
Did
ended.
wrestler manage to bring the first W for Opimon?
The answer to that is, as I check the spreadsheet, no, it was a tie. I'm
Tonight for
sure
sure.
eventually you'll get one.
Tonight for sure. I have a nice, good contender for you. It will be one hopping bunny who will fight against Grash. Now, we all know that bunnies love to eat up grass for breakfast and dinner and supper and any other meals during the day. So, I think our smallest man over here may be at a little bit of a disadvantage.
Potentially, we'll see how it goes. So this is for a Val, the first Val Tal match to see. It's gonna be Grash. Get us one up in money. That rhymed. Cool. Anyway, in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Oh, and small one as well, of course. How else can you possibly start a set?
Anyway, so got yet. Pretty nice, pretty solid venue. I think in terms of venues that are classic and very set in their playstyle, I think Kotiat comes to my mind first as a good old formula of do banana bread, do flirt, do inspects, and then spend all your time on the fourth mission only to white purloin in the end.
We're gonna
Kinda
swap.
tried and tested.
Okay,
Banana bread.
we're fine. We plank. This is the most small game I've seen so far in the cast. We weren't seeing the statues either. I think.
Bunny, Bunny, if he hears that and you don't know who to shoot, execute the protocol every day of the week. I
You
don't
missed the
care
bug.
if that's wrong. I don't care if that's right. I don't care if Smallman is the ambassador. Just shoot him and be done with it.
We do go for a bug, speaking of ambassadors, and it misses. We are virtually invisible in this conversation because we are um, blocked by both wheels and Kane. We're inside the wheels of inside the wheel of the wheelchair. I don't know what the plan is for finishing off the game, but
I mean, I've read a fanfic like that once, and that was about as well as you've described. Either way, we do have a Toby nearby. Maybe a Perlite is in the cards. I mean, we've done one hardtail, so just gonna go for a crash and a cuff.
yeah,
Smallman doesn't even have a coffin animation anyway, so it's even better on him. And we already know that Cough is spy-sided, so...
he doesn't have a
Cough
coughing
spy-sided?
animation, but will he end the game in a coffin? It's hard to know.
Kotyat is spy-side?
Banana bread.
And yeah, that fake just frames Duke left, right, and center.
Mm, it seems like the one coffin in the end is a Pokemon,
Yeah.
which is rather unfortunate for me, but
Banana bread.
you know what? I'm just glad we're done with Kotyat, because this is going to be moving us quite a ways
Banana-
away. Let's see, what...
Yes, courtyard to gallery.
Tell me the
Uh,
news.
So obviously that was the first game of the set,
Naturally.
and I think it set the tone. But I have faith in Bunny to get one on the board, spying as queen. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
I mean, I have less faith now that I see where the red arrow is, but it's fine. It's fine. We've seen worse.
Hey, look at that bug. Look,
Yeah, we've
very nice little
definitely
run
seen
going.
worse. Um, a little bit of a shake-up in the end, but you know what? It happens. Happens to everyone, and as long as the sniper doesn't notice, which the sniper did not notice, it's fine. So, Bnui here got a pretty free bug. Pretty neat bug, and I think that this bug is pretty nice even against more entrenched players, so to speak.
Sometimes the chaos bugs like that are very strong against good players.
I mean, who the hell would bug in that situation? That bug would look stupid. Thinks expert player missing the bug by players who are a little bit less enticed by the appeals of self-deprecating 6 days a week.
We enter conversation. The SCA's in the
Banana
back
bread.
conversation. We do nice little content. For gallery, yes, a lot of low lights, but we got both the DAs in conversation, which means we're not pulling on people for real, which is good. This, however, is aggressive. Where we
I
go?
mean, the important thing is Banana Bread is done. We do not need to chase the DA and do voodoo magic to get them somewhere. Uh, Speaking of voodoo magic, we are gonna see there in the back, maybe hoping for Toby to pass by or just passing time. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we're just waiting for something, but at 0% flirt is giving me a little bit of a jitter.
Oh, we're going to finish off statues. So just statues, and then hopefully we don't get shot for flirt. I think the plan. Grash doesn't like us, rightfully so. We might just get shot for flirt anyway if we're very aggressive about it.
I mean, just
Um,
don't flirt, do the fourth something, I don't know.
oh, hello. We ignore the briefcase, which is a bit telling. We're going to go for a swap, I think, for a rush. Grash
I
doesn't
mean,
like
you know
it.
what?
Looking for it.
You know what? That works. That works. That's fine. I think
Oh,
I think I don't like that. I think I want to go for the second animation because the second animation has a higher chance of trying to cover you against this. And even if Grash has his suspicions, and even if Grash probably shoots for it, I think the chances are higher for you to let the second animation play out and hope it's the one where you tuck it to the left,
mhm.
which allows you to guard it against this particular angle a little bit more than just putting it down in plain
Yeah,
sight for everyone to see.
yeah. You either get lucky on the animation where it's hard to see, or you Simber it, which is you know, if you, or if you put it down like Bunny did, you might just get shot anyway. Just basically
Mhm.
standing there trying to block it. So I think yeah. Either way, Bunny taking the bullet. Um, but rather than the game ending in a sweep, Bunny does take the next sniper game. So the set ends in 11 Wondergrash and a vowel on the board for the Hexing effect.
It was a valiant effort by our sweet summer child, but unfortunately, the wacky hijinks of the Doctor reign supreme yet again, and more orange fills the board.
Except it's green that fills the board. But you're not wrong. I'm looking at the board and it's very
Eh,
orange.
whoever cares? Look, all I know is that there are three teams. There's the green team, there's the orange team, and there's the gray teams that will sweep everyone eventually. Right? We're gonna get one. And we've already got four, which is like three more at least than what I've expected. So I'm happy.
Sorry. Oh god, I'm gonna be professional. Sorry. Right. Next game we have a bit of an all-time classic. If you're knowledgeable about the SpyParty competitive community, you'll see the names Lagorvin and Uprights and think, oh, I know those people. They're probably quite good. That's because you've seen them play each other about 30,000 times. This is another one. It's Lagorv against Uprights on Ballroom. Um, it's gonna be game 6. Lagorv is up 4-1 and he's buying his boots in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Oh, hey, it's a captain. Surely he will get a win for my team.
With green pearl and statues, I love this. It's a sort of play that works against OP rights very well.
Oh,
Getting a little
Lord.
cheese hard to him because he'll probably get low lit for it if he's missed it.
The hell
Do you,
statue is being inspected.
we do break animation, but we're probably fine. Can I go for the flirt? List is gone, Duke is taken, and no reaction from OP.
I mean, if I were to trust Legorv Chinin, and I think I would trust the person who made this a literal emote on his channel, uh, purloins are not usually noticed immediately. Um, so, copyrights. I think you may be noticing it about now-ish. Um, don't think there's been a necessary visible reaction. But honestly, I'm very happy that there wasn't. I think it had a high chance of, well, catching someone uncouth in the crossfire, which would not have been good.
Yep. We don't take the bog, which is wise because OP is rotated all the way over to guard it. Get a bit unlucky with the seduction target, leaving us on that second flirt, so we're a bit behind the curve on that, but they have nicely. No, they haven't because they've got a briefcase in hand. Where'd they go? Far away. Okay. A bit behind the curve on mission progress, but hopefully for the goal's sake they can get a move on if the SC is
I
kind
mean,
towards which it currently isn't being.
I think the game plan on this one is confusion-full, judging by the very early purloin. And the response to it would be playing a 3 out of 7, which generally tends more towards safe shots and frame attempts, so I wouldn't be surprised if Legorf is just waiting for this amazing singular banana bread that would single out a lot of potential targets for him,
Mm. The
which,
fact that we're not highlight here is worrying for OP because OP is tends to be one that highlights the mission progress, and if we haven't got a highlight for this and we're not really getting watched, I don't think we get shot. I think I
I
think
mean,
I think. Go on. Yeah.
that's the other nice thing here, right? We do a very early purloin, and we also get a very early partial progress, which allows this purloin realization to wash over whatever early progress we
Banana
may have
bread.
had.
Mm.
So now that we go to the statues a second time, I'll be much less likely to remember things that happened before this purloin was noticed, which means that much less likely to actually credit the mission as finished, which is
Yeah.
a little bit sad considering that Legorf now has 4 of them completed and the timer has run out.
Yeah. I think Lagov played the rest of that game assuming he wasn't a top sus, and it paid off. We weren't just weren't getting watched, even though we're not low lit. I think Opie was looking at his highlights, and in the end, that early pearl on its statues pays very much dividends as Lagov goes up 5-1.
I mean, to be fair, I think if I'm Legorf, I would probably expect a little bit of laser burn from OP if OP notices this. And I don't think the laser has given us any, however accidental, be preferential treatment. So Legorf knew that we're probably not being necessarily the main tunnel target, and usually for confusion foods, this is quite enough.
Yep.
So you only need one, and you get there, which allows Legorf to win the game, which allows Legorf to win the set. Operites, unfortunately, goes down with the ship on this one. We will rise again eventually, and we will get this victory, but it won't be today against Legorf. However, we can still make some good little progress on venue points. 2 points up for grabs still on Modern here, where Operites will be picking Theft.
Yep. OP on tapped, on Modern in 3, 2, 1. Playing it. OP picking the fast character on the big venue. Might want to potentially rush, but starting with a drink and ST being rude and half the party being at bar and not spawning in the back right makes it a bit tough.
I mean, Theft has a non-zero amount of advantages, right? He's fast, he has a pretty big model, which is very useful for blocking different happenings around the venue, which probably slightly less important on Modern considering, but all in all, not that bad. And also, I think he kind of blends in a way that Salmon and Sari and all of the orange characters tend to blend in a little bit, but
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, I agree
not
with that.
necessarily as much on Modern, as which is just a slightly lighter venue compared to say Aquarium, but the point still kind of stands.
Yeah, I think tapped is higher than average on Modern, even though you can't really swap block, which is what tapped is one of the best at. Because we know talking conversation, Lagov does
Banana
sometimes
bread.
catch that, but maybe not on Modern. Take a fake contact, which is unlucky for OP because there's an SE in conversation, but at least the other SEAs are in conversation, so it's kind of okay. Maybe looking at putting this book in a different bookshelf, but given the blue book did have a fingerprint on before, it's possible that Lagov might have more attention on it. We'll see if they did
Uh,
decide to do it or not.
The
As
other
they do
thing
go to
is
green.
there's not necessarily too much other action in the party, which allows opioids pay more attention to other things, right? You don't usually tend to think a lot about microfilms when there's AMBA under pressure, when there's a lot of people being sent to or going from a bar, trying to remember all of those. So opioids here, unfortunately, a little bit of a quiet stream in the party for him at the moment where he completes a mission. But the reaction from Ligorf is not here at the very least, which is a hopeful sign.
I think the more annoying thing for OP is that the ST is not being particularly kind to us. We do get a green test for 75%, but we still need one more to go. Probably looking at finishing split, contact, and a fingerprint. Um, I think we're in a decent spot though. I think if we get shot on anything, it'll be the print because we already have real BB contact. It'll just depend on how that contact goes. We take a delegate as well just for uh, a backup. This briefcase we definitely weren't obligated to take.
I mean, it's a print. It's nothing much. We can return it, or well, quote mark return quote mark it, which is not too horrible. It also allows us to move towards our seduction target to finish that mission, which is not too bad. So we're moving along. Uh, there's only one mission left, 1 minute left as well. Do we think it's going to be a banana bread? I personally am not certain, but
I think it will be just because we've already faked.
mhm.
I don't think OP will want to risk already having BB credit. Yeah, I think we're gonna go and get the second one here as we delegate. Oh, it does expires. Hold on.
Oh,
The DA leaves conversation though, which is not good for OP with 30 seconds to go.
I was a little bit hopeful that maybe we can try to purloin our way through this in the end, but I mean, banana bread is just inherently slightly less risky, so yeah, probably a bad option.
We're getting forced to
That's
swap,
sad.
I think. Oh, the DA taking the briefcase.
Double agent, what are you doing? Legorf is taking a sharp turn to the left, which is not that great. There is a swap. The swap is going to be a green, which means that the clock will hang.
And I think Lagov knows it has to be a swap because there's currently no one being sent to bar and no one at windows. So this is probably just over. As Borgin said, I like the idea, but
Ah.
we did almost all the hardtails.
I mean,
Except Poland.
it's a cute shot. It's a cute try, right? We're bugging to throw away the expectation because when you see the clock hang and you know there wasn't the time ad, it's either the purloin that's happening or the swaps that's happening, and you're waiting intently at either of those two locations to figure out what the hell just happened. Unfortunately, here Ligorov kind of has the party down to one. So
Yep.
the only thing he needs to wait to is not even a visual clue, but an audio clue instead, which Operites is happy to provide.
Yep.
Or
Agree
well,
with that.
not necessarily that happy, but he kind of has to.
Yeah. Good stuff from Lagov as he takes down the first vile tile for the Fire Nation. Going to go into the final vile tile, which is going to be Assassine Effect versus Martini. On Modern, we have Assassine spying as Seek. Are you ready?
Fire away.
In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
I
Alrighty.
genuinely forgot Gentleman is still on call, which
If he wasn't, this would be a... Oh, ignore me. That's a bug. Again, Assassine bugging. We've seen three games from Assassine tonight, and the timings of the bug attempts has been 25 seconds, 15 seconds, and 10 seconds. The theme.
I. So the thing about statistical anomalies, right? I mean, I jest, right? And about 60% of the things that I say are in jest, but the point that there are 60% and not higher is because there's usually a lot of truth in statements that are pretty funny in of itself. The point is, those games are highlight games that were sent, right? So Estadine will probably try to highlight something fun and cool and wild that he does, which would be those early bugs, because early bugs entice the crowd. They make the caster go loud and crazy and forget what he was talking about. Probably is a host or something. I don't remember. Um, and yeah, it does paint a picture of Estatin as a person who bugs very, very quickly and very often, while not necessarily being correct in the grand scheme. Now, I don't remember how Estatin plays in the grand scheme of things, and as a caster, I only see 2 games per match, which were handpicked by Estatin amidst other people. So I don't know how many of those bugs he gets punished for. I don't know if he even bugs that much. All I know is that the games that he bugged and did not get punished for end up here.
That's
So
true.
take with that information what you will.
I'm gonna extend on what you said by saying that if you start a sniper game crediting most of the party with bug already, it's probably wise.
Honestly, unironically, not the worst idea considering those highlight clips. Yes.
Anyway, we have fingerprint done as well this game, which is excellent. We only need to get contact and flirt done. We not highlight. Martini is too busy taking low lights fapping. We're not highlight either, so we've taken some good paths so far. We're not particularly suspicious. I don't think. This could be a very strong start to the set from Assassine Effect, providing they can convert and the DA isn't rude to us, as they are being a little bit rude by moving across over here.
I mean, so far, Frint done, Bug done. That's basically 3 and 4. We just need to complete the flirt. We need to complete the banana bread. Honestly, the
Banana
game feels
bread.
done already. And it feels more done now that we've completed the banana bread. So now we just need to talk once. We're not even a highlight.
Yeah,
So,
three of the 4 highlights are already in conversation with the DA. This is a great content. Not that Asty knows it at the time, but only needs 1 flirt to take the W.
now I'm
this
saying this game is free as hell. However, if you look at the top left or corner of the screen, you will see that I'm casting this game, which is correct and nice and good. And where the hell is Gagi? But what I see is the sniper is Martini. So Estatin is absolutely not out of the woods yet. He needs one more correct thing,
Yeah, just needs a good path,
which
which that was, so it's fine. Wasn't
he
anything wrong with
seems to
that.
have
And then the
accomplished.
SC leaves.
He needs to do one more correct thing.
Oh, the SC leaves to an unflirtable spot. Hmm. Redirect of nothing. We're
He
fine. We're fine. We're fine. Probably.
I mean,
Ah,
if
no!
we need to
What
do
is
one
SC the
more
nightmare?
correct thing. The singular correct things that we must do. 2 seconds left.
Do we get shot in overtime? No, we don't. Okay. I feel like that was a bit of Cass's cursing, even though this has already happened. But still, that was far more stressful than it should have been. Thank you, sorry for all of that.
I mean, all I'm saying is that if Martini thought all of those paths were legal, then pathing is not real, and people should stop shooting me for it.
Yes, something like that.
Is that a valid theoretical outcome that I should take out of this game? Well, that and the fact that Estatin actually doesn't bug in any of his games because he only highlights those where he does, right?
Something like that. Something like that, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see if Aston bugs in the next game. As he's playing Spy again. Up 4-0. Very strong start as Disney. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
He can't keep getting away with this.
He can't.
Estatin, man, you should stop playing Spy. Whole 6 games every. That's insane. That's illegal.
And he's playing what many agree to be the worst Spy for bugging in SpyParty.
Not even
So he's
Wills?
just playing it on hard mode.
I mean, I don't see a bug, man.
Just wait, just wait, just wait. Just be fine. It'll happen at
Are
some
we
point.
there yet?
No. No, and stop asking. Anyway, we have no flirt, we have no progress. We have a timeout though, which is lovely.
Are we there yet?
No, but we have some flirt maybe if Twin doesn't leave.
Rob, is he gonna bug?
Yes, he will. Just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I have faith in Assatein to bug.
This is not the funny guys that I remember from the all of the bug compilations.
Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. He wouldn't let me down. Would he? I don't know. Anyway, nice slow game, making the party accrue suspicion.
Making my co-caster proud.
Yes, this is definitely not what I would do in any way, shape, or form. Just getting flirt, getting those little bits of soft tail progress. Oh, we're working. Okay.
Rolf,
Bug there.
Rolf, is this Estatin bug in one room with us right now?
I don't know. I don't know. It's not happening though. Maybe
Jokes
it's happening.
aside, I'm pretty interested to figure out why the highlights have decided to congregate in that back left conversation, or more importantly, why did Martin choose to highlight that back left conversation? However, I've spent too much time asking about Estatin bugging, and I mean, I guess now we've been flirt paired or something, or it's just the bar
Maybe.
highlights, which
It
I
could be a
wouldn't
bar, yeah, it could be a
necessarily
bar.
be too unsurprised.
It could be the fairly straight path into bar, which I don't think Martini might like, but we'll see. Um,
I mean, the good thing here for us is that we've already done with flirt, so it wouldn't matter for us necessarily if we end up right next to our seduction target.
I'm gonna take the briefcase though. for a merry journey. And then we're gonna hand it off.
Rough.
Never doubt me. Never doubt me and my ability to tell if Assassin Effect will bug. Also, incredible bug, by the way, but from the angle that Martini was holding.
Yeah, that bug. Actually, I think from the positions that Martini held on this bug, uncatchable. I would argue.
Yeah, it's one of them where both hands are full. The the mechanics of actually doing that bug when playing is very difficult. So
Mhm.
Assassin Effect showing he can. It's gonna sound stupid, but he can press the right buttons in quick succession, and trust me, it's harder than you think. Um, because of
So what I
action
need to do
priorities.
is click buttons in the right order. Hmm.
Yes, usually that's how you win a spy party. Is you click the right buttons at the right time, like most video games. But anyway, 1 minute 8 left. We have a bug, a fingerprint, and flirts, and the double agent is being rude.
Remember when
Does
an
are they? Or are they?
hour and 30 minutes ago this was not an educational stream? Those were the days.
Yeah, those were the
However,
days.
now we are in bugless heaven, as Estate in effect will not bug for the next 40 seconds.
Just both Hex and General will go in for that briefcase, and that's he's like, nope, that's mine, and they're both like, okay, we'll both go away. Fingerprint done.
Which I think this is actually pretty spy-like, so in my
Oh, I love
Ooh!
that. I love that. What a lovely little play.
Surely Martini will notice that as we are a
Maybe.
highlight.
Silent game though,
We
so
are
it's
a
hard to shoot
highlight.
without.
We're doing a pretty sweeping path across the venue, and we just stopovers there. 2 seconds left, by the way.
Yeah, we don't have any
Nope.
contact. The silent game is too strong. What a fantastic game that is from Aston Effect. Just
This is nasty.
yeah, super nasty game.
Like,
As a highlight for most of it as well. At the end, the bug from Sniper
I'm
Cam is just like we have a drink in hand. It's so hard to hit a wrong arm in that position, so I don't think it's getting credited by Martini. So what a bug.
like this is disgusting. Both the bug and the sand afterwards. Like the sand afterwards is so good.
Yeah,
Right?
very low.
Because
Yeah, come.
if we spend any longer here, I think we actually start talking. And if Martini notices the talking animation, well, that is a free shot because why would you talk? You have a briefcase in hand. Actually, maybe you can talk. I don't know. I don't have 10,000 games. Anyway, from one of the more established players in this competition to one of the least established players in this competition. Main Pro 21 is one of our last contestants to enter the ring and one of our newest participants. In fact, I believe the newest actually because I think they picked up the game last week. So I'm very interested to see how this one will end up, and I'm more interested to see if they can finally bring us a singular point, which would be nice.
Yeah, we have Mana Pro 21. I'm apologies if I'm butchering that name. Um, in their first competitive event, I believe. Um, so we will be nice to see how they get on playing Blood Red Yeti. The score is, I believe, 5-0 to Yeti at this point.
Would be interesting to see how they play. Anyway, they are 0-5 down.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I mean, the good news is that this is the last game of this venue, which means that after this one, there will be a little bit of a change of pace, which will allow main to maybe even reset a little bit and try to approach the game from a different angle. However, this one is a highlight game, so I'm interested to see what Yeti has to show for us as a true Kane gamer that he is.
let's see then. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. I mean, ask the question, are I being sure about the score? I think I am, but we'll see how it goes.
Look, I am an established caster. I have no time to look at anything besides casting. I can only talk, and I can only talk about the graphics that other people make for me. Which, in this particular case, show me that main pro is at home, which honestly, Terrace is a pretty nice home to be at, so I'm glad. And I hope they have a great time over here, and that Yeti is being a Viking, raiding the shores and taking all the points.
We have some inspects, you have a flirt, you have highlights, and we are in an okay spot. This would be a decent fake, given how big that conversation is with the double agent in, if we decide to take it. There
I
we go.
mean, we've seen it
Banana
over
bread.
and over again. Fakes win games, right? That's
That's
a
true.
low light, and that's the second one.
Unlike in Counter-Strike, pros don't fake. Is that right? There we go.
I mean,
Oh,
pros don't
going
fake in
insane.
SpyParty as well. Have you seen a single pro player actually fake banana bread? I swear, nobody ever does it unless they're playing against me because I've been talking that fake banana breads win games
I'm
for
going mad.
years. And low lighting for those, but we don't talk about that part. We skip that part.
We have Sachi's done. We're not liked, I don't think. We have a flirt. I think,
I mean, we are being
yeah.
zoomed at, which from a disciple of Levenuk, basically amounts to shifting.
Hmm.
And well, while the laser is as restless as I remember, we do see that it's circling a particular highlight figure.
Banana bread.
Hey, good shot. Good shot from Mana Pro. Taking the bullet onto Kane for the inspection contact. And gets himself a point on the board. Look at that. Good
However,
stuff.
it's but the first highlight game of the match, which means that we have one more.
We do. Yeah, one more. This is the following game. So Mana Pro getting himself on the board. 5-1 to Yeti. Yeti spying as sorry. Mana Pro 21
Okay, so we
spying
get
as
the
Taft.
first two game of the reverse sweep. Let's go.
Yes, we do.
Taft,
Oh,
lock it
crap.
in, bring it back for the Opimon. Because if there's one person that can win a game on this godforsaken team, it's probably the dude who started playing last week.
Something like that. Anyway, Mana Pro as Taft in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Now, the funny thing about picking Taft here is, I kid you not, probably a bad idea because maybe Yeti is so used to following Taft as ambassadors that he will just keep on following Taft anyway, due to the mental inertia. I swear to
I'd
God,
hope not.
I'm not making this up. This can happen.
I'd hope not. But maybe. I don't know. We are getting off to a good start though, with a nice time ad and some flirt progress. So, pretty good start from Mana Pro. Heading to Blue Box for potentially a microfilm.
Well, no potential here. It's just going to be a microfilm and zoomed away at the right time from Yeti, which is
Yeah, great
very
timing.
nice for us.
We,
That said, it's a first action test microfilm, man. The second one will kill us.
possibly, but the first one was very well timed because the ambassador and Toby were on the right hand side. So can't be faulting that at all. And we get a second flirt up to 62%. So basically pretty good progress so far.
I mean, it's not bad at all. Yeti still circling around, trying to suss it out.
Yeah, playing it slowly, going for that flirt cooldown.
Really checking that list. I'm very interested to see how the rest of the games in the set went, because there is a certain amount of patterns in which new players may fall into. And I'm interested to see if Yeti trying to guard this Trey and this guest list with his life is a result of one of those patterns where main pro will just try to Purloin over and over again, which could potentially happen. But for now being, we're gonna sit here and we're
He
gonna
went.
bug.
The player with 50 games played, if that, has gone for reverse drive-by bug. I actually love this.
I mean, this is a better bug than I could have managed in the game, so I mean, it also didn't take, but to be fair, I would not have bugged in this game at all. So,
I mean,
you know,
it was a good attempt. This is a
a
Black
bugs that
Pearl line
didn't.
though, so we might just die. But it's
The
okay.
laser
It's
doesn't
been
seem to be
seen.
looking at us.
We are. What's the reaction?
I mean,
A
there
highlight.
has
Okay,
been
we're probably just dead.
a low light, two low lights. I'm interested to see how low we can get on the light scale because we are the main suspect, and we are probably dead, but we're not necessarily out of the woods as we're if we are Yeti here. And main pro can try to sneak some stuff out still.
Potentially. Yeah. We also were obeying um, Sip law there as well, which is as I said, we don't then. But either way, it was a good sip. It was good stuff. And we go for a bug
We
off
go for a
screen
bug.
as well.
I mean, it wasn't necessarily noticed, or at the very least, it wasn't necessarily reacted to. However, I think we are gonna get kept on screen for a while here, considering that the investor is right next to us. There's the action test. The hand goes around.
We were low. We were neutralizing teal at the time though, so even though it's on screen, I'm not sure if it was seen or not.
I mean, the laser moving around also makes, which is pretty useful for us. And does mean that we're breaking conventions yet again. The transfer microfilm will get finished, which means we are only a mission and a half away from a win here. A mission and 4% of a mission away from a win here.
Yeah. We just need the seduce done. We've got 96% and a contact. We are ignoring Toby though. This is a hard tell. We're not
Banana
getting watched
bread.
though. It's fine, I think. Fake contact comes off. Waiter gives up. Not in with an SCA though, so it's fine.
Complete no sell by Yeti.
Yeah. I would have might have been caught if we were top suspect, so maybe we're okay. I'm not sure.
And there is an SDA next to us, which is very annoying us. But if we are not dead yet, it's good.
We're ignoring him again, but it's okay because we leave. But mid idle, not seen though. What's the plan? What's the plan, Mana Bro? SC goes to bookcase. We bail and try and finish the flirt. He's still at the bookcase. I think Yeti thinks we're. Oh god, this is. I'm not sure what's happening. We're gonna time out.
5 seconds, 3 seconds. Damn it.
Oh yeah, we're very much dead.
Holy.
Yeti wants us. Oh, what?
My gold.
Oh
Cinema.
my god.
Cinema. Lock it in. I've got my new favorite game of all time. I've got my new favorite game of all time. If you've been around for a while, you know what my previous favorite game of all time was, but I think this may take the cake. Oh,
mean-
main pro, you're the goat.
I've been casting for like what? 3 hours
3
and 45,
hours.
45 minutes, and I thought I'd seen it all until now.
What a
Oh,
goat.
man.
What a goat. Nobody does it like him.
In his
Main
first
pro-
competitive match, he has successfully danced his way to the ambassador getting shot as Taft. I don't know what else to say other than bravo. I
He
suppose.
successfully danced his way into getting the ambassador shot while being in front of the ambassador as Taft.
I don't know.
Which I think is a few very important modifiers here that improve the achievement.
Yeti saying in chat, he laughed so hard. Take it
What
like
a
a
goat.
joke. Yeah, amazing.
Ah,
Amazing game.
surely he sweeps from. Ah, god damn it.
It's 9-3. It's another win for Hexatine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We have one more goat. We have one more goat in store. And
banana
it's not
bread.
just the goat, it's a whole mission.
Okie
It's-
dokie. It's banana bread against Lev. It's the
Tonight
final
for sure.
final game. We've got there. we've got there to the final game of the cast, or final two games of the cast. It's Veranda. Typically, we end on the best venue of all time. It's going to be Lev spying as Teal against Banana Bread. In three, two, one, playing it.
One day I'll meet a person who has correct takes about maps. God there, I swear.
It's objective with the correct take. I don't know what you're possibly talking about, and I'm sure everyone believes and trusts me and agrees.
Yes, it's
Anyway.
only objectively correct because everyone objects to it. That's not what the word means, Rob.
Something like that. I don't know. I'm too tired. Anyway, we start off slow. Um, SC is all across the venue. We got 4 minutes 15 left. We got plenty of time probably. Um, I'm just eyeing up the party, seeing what's up, seeing what he can get away with, seeing where the honeypot sites are, and seeing what the other guests are doing.
I mean, if I were to find beautiful things about Veranda, it is, in fact, the fact that we do have a lot of time to plan and think about our ideas. However, you have mentioned how important time of chaos is, and Lev did not seem to do much with it. Now, this
Not
is
really.
going to be our first progress here, a minute into the game, I believe, which is not great, but it's fine.
It's a white test for 26%. It's certainly
I
behind the curve, but we'll see how it progresses as we head into Green Bookcase.
I mean, it's no bug from Estate in effect, but how many bugs from Estate in effect can you look at before they become boring, right? And, well, this still was a highlight game, so I believe that there may be something in the back half of this venue that may be very interesting to us.
Yep, we tip the green microphone out. So we've got half progress on that. And head back into the conversation for some more flirt as we hit the 3 minute mark.
So we down the second microfilm, right? Surely this time around I'm gonna be correct with my fake stats.
Uh, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Is he going for a difficult print of the briefcase? Okay, the green. So this is good partial progress so far. We have partial progress on 3 missions, but behaviorally, in order to do that partial progress, we've left this conversation and rejoined it all 3 times or twice even. So I don't like that from a behavioral point of view. But either way, I think Banana Bread is probably carrying on more other things as we go for a second print at the red bookcase and miss it, unfortunately.
I mean, if there's one thing I know about Banana Bread is that Banana Bread is solid, which means that soft values like behavioralism matter to him very little. There is going to be a bug. There is going to be a pretty okay bug. I don't think that Banana Bread is necessarily scared of it because otherwise Lev would have been highlighted. But yeah, it's a bug. It's a mission. It's the first mission completed with 100 seconds to go.
Yep. We are still behind the curve, but that bug probably might have been credited, but we are not highlight and we have flirt done as well. So as we get this transfer done in a nice spot, I feel like it could be in a decent chance to finish. Just a case of how we get that second print as well. We head back into red bookcase, probably going to finish it here. We got some good cover as well from that conversation if we decide to take it now.
I mean, it's gonna be film, print, and what's the last? Are we gonna try to
Contact.
purloin? Are we gonna try to swap? Fair enough. That is a good point.
Either way,
See,
we
this
get
is
away
why I
with the
have a
microphone.
co-caster, a person who can look at the mission list and point out the one thing that hasn't been listened to yet in this particular game. Or not even the mission list, just the player name.
Or
'Cause,
just the
god damn it.
guest list. We can take it at any point, providing the waiter offers us a drink. Anyway, we have bug and microfilm seemingly clean. We're not highlight. This is a good spot as we walk around the conversation totally legally and take up the final print from this briefcase. Will the ambassador, well, will the double agent be kind to us? That is the question.
The person with 10,000 games tells me that the briefcase is legal, so it must be. Oh, I'm not a fan of this take by the ambassador because it means that this Furline attempt might actually mean a print finish. However, Lev solves the problem of the fifth mission rather elegantly by choosing the path of least resistance and not doing anything. Which, honestly, is a choice in life I can only respect.
That's very good point. Reasonable. Well made. The double agent kind of wasn't particularly kind to us. We didn't have enough time to finish. Maybe a Purloin might have worked, but I feel like with the clock hanging, it would have to have been a white test, and maybe we just die on a white test because Kane took. So either way, rough spot for 11 at the end. But I think generally the game plan was good. Got away with the bug and a microfilm, which is tough to do. So just with a bit more time, definitely could have got away with a win there, I think. And we leave Veranda. I think the score after Veranda was Lev was up by 2 games and is now up by 4 games, heading into the final venue of the set and the final game of the cast. Banana Bread spying as Oprah on Courtyard in 3, 2, 1, playing it. This matters very little for the result of the match, but for pride, it matters a lot. So we get a green test for 51%.
It matters a lot for me and our silly little venue points, which surely we have led in at least one of those after all of the winnings that we have done. Um, Team
Alrighty.
Opilon, we haven't won yet, but I mean, there's always next week. Don't quote me on that in week 3. Um,
Alright. We got fingerprint of the briefcase. Good progress so far from Banana Bread. As we hand it off.
I mean, it's a briefcase which annoys me, right? Because it's also one of the first briefcases in the game, which means that it's gonna be fresh in the memory because people usually remember the first and the last thing.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But on the other hand, our flirt progress has been doing pretty nicely, 94% already. We don't need to do much to finish it, just end up next to them eventually and tap it once more. So we are free to figure out what our actual game plan is.
We leave? Finish off flirt, maybe? Nope. Nope, we'll do laps of the map. No, it's contact. It's the DA leads the conversation, then joins back in.
I think we may have tried to go for a print on the briefcase
Banana
here,
bread.
but unfortunately it was taken. So instead, banana bread will be the option, and I mean it's not a bad one. I think I see lights 3.
Ooh. Yeah, not many low lights, but that Purloin is totally off screen. Totally off screen. So we might be getting away with this, I think.
We are so back? Question mark. And we're moving away. We're moving away right as the laser swing. I think this is good for us. I'm not certain that after all of that, Lev will remember us being nearby, and I don't think that Lev will remember us getting that first briefcase sprint now that we're going for a second one and actually taking
We
a
get
low
low
light.
lit. There we go. End the game with a low lit.
Woo!
Lovely stuff.
We are so back, chat. Um,
It matters little for the scoreline, but maybe it matters a lot for setting the tone for the rest of the week. We
it,
got through the
it
matches. Hello.
matters a
Yes, you say.
lot for my small heart. Um,
That's fair. That's fair. All right. That's how the toggle map looks after week 1. We have lots of green, lots of orange, some amount of grey, and one can only hope a barrage of red next week. We'll see. I don't want this to be a
it,
2-horse race.
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll sweep. We'll sweep. You know, some teams decay, some teams burn out, and we just level up. That's what we do on
To be
OP1.
fair, to be fair, in previous Hex Cups, the team going into week 2 in 3rd place has often done quite well. Um, it's
Well,
possibly the worst
at the
start to a
very
Hex
least,
Cup
we're
a
gonna
team has
set up
had.
trends.
Yeah, it's
Um,
definitely you'll need quite the comeback, but you never know. You never know. Never know. Yeah, Ethan's team, off to a flyer, Astin as well, and I'm sure their letters. There we go. Thank you very much, Shent. Well, we've got the points on the screen. 10.5 for the Fire Nation, 9 for the Hexen events, 1.5 for Opimon. I'm sure that will be close. Obviously, that doesn't include the high Q stuff that teams have been doing.
Yeah, the high
yeah.
IQ because you need to have a pretty high IQ to solve all of them with any single letter. I'm gonna tell you that much. Oh boy.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe I
Anyway,
should go back on my promise to silver, but I'm trying not to.
fair
As a
enough.
way, thank you for doing the highlight casts. Highlight casts are so much better than watching all of those games in real life. Our win rate improved a lot.
Fair, fair.
Um,
I, I think watching them, I don't know. I'm too tired to comment. Thanks for everyone for watching. We'll be here next week for a second one of this. Whether we'll split it into 2 casts, I'm not sure because to be honest, I need to stop talking. But anyway,
See,
thank you for watching.
what you should do as a reasonable adult is let me and Gagi take it over.
You know
I'm
what?
sh-
I would have been
I
wise.
promise we will not break everything. We will not break everything. Okay,
Okay.
Gent may be set on fire by the end, but
Anyway, thank you very much for Gent for hosting. It's currently 1 a.m. for him. I'm sorry for making it so long. Hopefully you can head up to bed shortly. Yeah, and thanks for everyone watching. We'll catch you hopefully for the cast next week, and we'll see how the tournament progresses. Catch you soon.